Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to the den, my friends. Those of you who did decide to show up. Those of you who may be catching it later, I hope all is well with you. Welcome also. Now I'm going to have a very interesting topic. Like I've been telling you, the things are going to start changing in the den a little bit. Start having a conversation that I really enjoy having. And the conversation I believe a lot of you enjoy having too. So tonight I'm going to speak on Mr. Kevin Samuels. And he's real popular YouTube right now, really blowing up across MLK in the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think he don't live in the YouTube street. He don't live in black YouTube. When you cross MLK, that's black YouTube for those of you who don't know. I think he's somewhere like right before you get there. But anyway, making a lot of splash, a lot of chatter. And I know everybody talking about the average at best video a long time ago. I think I was still on hiatus. And I posted the link in the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, sucks to be you. And we kind of talked about it a little bit briefly today. But I kind of want to go in on it more. But that was the video I posted. And I want to talk about whether or not Kevin Samuels is too harsh to black women. And mainly his audience is black women, other women of other races call in. But generally it's black women. And so I'm kind of targeting that demographic because that's what I've been speaking with about it and, getting their general opinions, feelings, the general consensus, whatever it may be. All right. So, D the Gamma, what's the motherfucking deal? God, DK, Dakota, the terrible person. Coltrane, the Don of the Discord, what's the motherfucking deal? Brought us some very good funny points. I'm going to touch on that in just a second. Sarah, the lovely Miss Sarah Lou, no longer just Sarah, or Sarah Lou now. Shout out to Professor Trill, wherever you are in the world today. Footballer 503, what's the motherfucking deal? Jason S, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi, who the fuck are you? How about that, right? John from New York, my favorite New Yorker, what's the motherfucking deal? Getting no sound? Okay, hold on. Labor here. You're not getting no sound there, Miss Just Sarah? Let me figure out what's going on here. Corner Malcolm X and Adam. 16 months and you're a doctor? I hope you stub your toe at 15 and a half months. And it's just, I hope you get turf toe like Patrick Mahomes and you fail. Yeah, so I'm kind of cheating the system a little bit with the whole StreamYard thing. I'm not really using StreamYard. I really don't care for it. But I will be, like I said, I went and got a new deadline and I got, if you guys want to connect via video, I will be using Zoom. The link should be in the description for the Zoom camera. And if you want the number, I'll put the number when we start taking calls. So, Calhoun, howdy. So let's get to it, man. And I want to talk about that specific call because I'm glad you brought that up, Culture. I mean, an amazing point, right? I hate all the men that want to be a part of my business. Same one 5 minutes later, I can offer a man help with his business. Yeah, that was I can show him how to help with his business. There's a lot of women who say that. Again, well, I can teach him how to be this. I can show him how to be that. And there was so much that we talked about in Discord today. I don't want to kind of double speak on it, but there will be a few points that I'll bring up. Then we'll open up the line. We'll take a. Do you need a phone number? I don't know. I have no idea. I'll be honest. Like I'm super newbie to Zoom. But the package that they were offering, to me, was just a better deal than using StreamYard for me. Ken, what's the motherfucking deal? And hello, Miss D the Gamma. But I don't think so. I don't think you have to have a number. Because I never used it with the kids' teacher. I don't think I had a number plugged in. That's the only time I've ever actually used a Zoom video was like a parent-teacher conference. So there's that. But and like I say, it's been a very good conversation. Ken was there earlier. Trill was there for a little bit. Miss Grace participated in the conversation. All your den favorites. I'm not giving Rashida any props. Dakota was there for a bit. And so it was a very good conversation. It was interesting to see a lot of different points of views on the video. And here's what I took away from all of that, right? And the video was average at best. It's about 22 minutes. Watch the full video, not the little small clip on YouTube, on WorldStar. And what I took away from it was not that people had a problem with what he said. Everybody, for the most part, felt like the things that he was saying were needed or were things that needed to be heard. But the issue, mainly, what I took away from this, and again, if I'm wrong, you guys call in a little bit, was the delivery, specifically on that. That when he told her, hey, you're average at best. And she said it herself, right? She said it her goddamn self. And he asked, because he asked every woman who calls in, rate yourself, don't use 7, et cetera, et cetera. If you know, you don't know, well, go watch the show. I recommend it. I think he's a pretty good YouTuber. And so she rated herself with a 4, and then she said, I think a 5 with makeup, right? So that means you're a 4. You don't count the makeup, you don't count all the extra accessories, the weave and all that other shit, right? So shout out Ken, appreciate you becoming a member of the Den. And so my deal was just like, hold on, make sure I got this right too. And my deal was just like, was just like, okay, so the issue isn't that he's lying or that he's being malicious or that he's, you can discredit what he's saying. It just doesn't feel good, right? That's basically what I'm getting. Shout out to Ken in the Den. And so that's mainly the feedback that I got from people. Now we can get into, discrediting his character. We can talk about, this, that, and the third. But to me personally, and again, other people, it may matter, but to me personally, I think it's irrelevant. I don't really, know about the history. I know what I've seen from him, and I've known the interactions that I've seen him have. And to me, I think the guy's legit. I think he's what most people in the Black community need to hear. Because again, you have to put certain things in context. His show is about marriage-minded people. He caters mainly to high value. I'm not high value, and I'll explain that in a second. But he talks about there's a few staples to being high value. Being plus 6 figures for a certain amount of time, certain ways you carry yourself, other things. I think some organization, other shit like that. I'm not really into that, and so I don't get offended by anything that gets said. But it's very interesting to see because I think there are a lot of commonalities that men across the board, whether you are in the top 10%, you're somewhere in the middle. Niggas at the bottom, well, we have no conversation for them. But my thing is just that I don't think people have an issue with him. I think people have an issue with what he says, right? But should he change up his delivery? Should he be nicer? Should he express himself differently to make the people who call in feel better? Or do the people who call in already know? Beyond funny nigga, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh man. So, my thing is just like we've re-rating. Oh, Heidi, you're a bad person. But like I say, my thing is, do people need to hear it? Do women need to hear it? Because like I said, we had a real, I want to say, semi-intense conversation today, right? And like I say, it was a lot of people who were involved, and a lot of people had, very passionate thoughts on what was said. And hopefully Miss Grace can call in and kind of share her view because she saw it one way. I think from a male perspective, we see it differently, and then other men see it differently. I don't use the term red pill. Like, I don't know why. I don't really like that phrase. Like, I usually don't use the term like betas and alphas and all that. It's cool. I just don't like using. Newly reinvigorated lingo. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's been around forever, but it's become popular now that people on the internet are saying it. But so my deal is this, right? So I don't want to say red pilled, but people who look at dating a little bit differently, who may not have, carried the same beliefs that they had initially once they got in the game. Maybe had to learn some things, men, from your teenage years to maybe your young adult years to depending on where you're at now. So I think all of that matters. You know what I'm saying? And so, yes, and I agree. I agree 100%. And that's what I was going to get into, John. Like, these women know what they're getting into, right? They've seen the women who've come before them. They probably watched women who come after them after they've got on, and some of them embarrassed themselves. They probably still watch. And that particular average at best chick, the comment that kept coming up about her was, oh, she's timid, she's kind of nice, she's, this, she's that. But if she can run a six-figure business, she has enough common sense to know what she's getting into by calling into the show. And again, a lot of the shit she said contradicted herself. But yet people get mad about, how he handled her. I don't think it's any different than how he handles most people who call in. And then the context of that one is she called in with something different than whatever the topic was. So I can understand why he was kind of irritable and what he did. But again, where's attention being thrown about? Oh, there's some attention over here. Let's go get some. Because you see a lot of these women now, especially now, since he's kind of getting bigger and bigger, call in or jump on his Instagram and don't even know what the show time. Oh, I've been watching for 5 minutes. This is my first time watching your show. Like, okay, well, what do you expect to happen? Again, searching for attention. Hey, there's a lot of attention going on over here. I know if I get on, people look at me. And then a lot of times they get on there, end up looking foolish, or they don't like what's being said. They're not trying to change. They feel like because the Cosmos of the world, I don't know, Jet, do they still make Jet magazine? Am I showing my age right now? I might be. Let me get a let me get a thumbs up emoji if you know about the Jet Beauty of the Week. If you don't know shit about that, keep your goddamn thumb to yourself. Sit on it. But my thing is just like, these women know. And I think there are some women who actually call in and take the advice. There's some women who are just looking for some compliments. Hey, I'm really big, but I'm working on it and I'm doing it. Oh, okay, he's going to give me a thumbs up for that. Like, and so to me, women are weird. I think women are, I don't want to say at fault, but they're at fault in this situation, right? Because they know what's going on. Especially black women. Y'all are the most educated group. So y'all know what's about to happen. But y'all choose to do it anyway because of the addiction to attention. And then I also believe a lot of women are extremely narcissistic, extremely arrogant, because what they think is going to happen is, oh, I'm going to be the one. I'm going to be the one that calls in this show and changes the game. I'm going to make him change his whole opinion because I'm special. My situation is different, even though I've made the same mistakes as everybody else, or I'm in the same situation as everything he's told everybody else. But for some reason, my situation is different because I'm a woman, right? I guess that's kind of what it is. So, you know what I'm saying? AB, I already know. Already. Okay. What's that vibe? Ebony Vibe and Jet? Wow, I forgot all about Vibe. But again, man, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, and that's what the alphabet, let me tell you, shout out to 17. Like, here's the thing that bothers me about the alpha beta terminology, right? And again, I just might be wrong. But like, a beta is considered like the weakest, right? So why isn't it, I don't know what the last letter of the fucking Greek alphabet is. Why isn't it like the last letter of the Greek? Because he's at the bottom of the totem pole, right? Because you have, there's multi-tiers. I don't think it's just just pure alpha, pure beta. Yeah, fucking testosterone, bro. Oh, yeah. But I think there's levels to it. But again, that's a whole other conversation for another situation. What the fuck beyond? What beyond in this motherfucker? Yes, it is because you have that N word in your name. So that's why you don't get notifications. You shouldn't get notifications from anybody. But all right. Well, the bottom. Well, I'm not even gonna go there with you, Heidi, because I know your kind of humor. So I'm just gonna say thank you for the fact. Now, again, so my thoughts, the conversation tonight. A couple of things. As I say, I'm going to be working on tweaking and improving the streams. All right. I will be more aware of the 10-minute rule. I finally got an on-screen counter. All right. So no shakal. I have no worries about that. Right? I will do my best to stick to it. Right. But I can't make any promises. The conversation's good. But again, like I said, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what you feel. I want to know what you believe. If you see things differently, if you believe the guy is a bully, a fraud, if you think something different, I honestly believe that he's what uh, the black community needs, or those who are in the black community looking to date black, because that's where he kind of primarily operates. Maybe if you're outside the black community looking to date black, that might be a thing. Because from what I heard, the Latinos are winning. So there's that. We'll take that with however you will. So I think he's what he's need, because I think, especially in the black community, we need to get back to committed relationships, marriage, and all this other stuff, because it seems to be this, I won't say it's just a media campaign targeted at blacks, but I think there's a lot of disinformation put out in the media, especially about relationships, about parenting, household, and who watches more media than anybody? Black people. So they're going to be the ones, to me, in my opinion, that suffer the most. This whole idea of, what was it, the BLM thing, getting rid of the platonic family, not the platonic family, the nuclear family. It's okay to just raise them as one. No, it's not. All right. And yes, there are success stories. There are lots of success stories of single parenting. I get it. I understand that. But there's probably significantly more not so successful stories, but you're not going to hear about those. But we all know, we all understand. And I think a lot of that has led up to, where we are now. So a guy like that who is encouraging, people to get together, to date, to marry, and provides that angle, I think that's a good thing. Now, again, his target is higher value, and I think it's smart, because all women feel like they deserve the best man in the world. We've talked about hypergamy, we've talked about monkey branching, we've talked about all of these things. But what I like about it is that he also brings to the realization to a lot of these women why you probably don't qualify for a high value man. And again, not all, there's anomalies, there's going to be this, there's going to be that. But the advice that he gives is definitely beneficial, and definitely would put any woman who took that advice in a better position than she currently is, right? Because most women nowadays think, if I go throw a bunch of fucking bullshit on my face, go get some shots in my ass, and throw somebody else's dead hair on my head, that I'm the most worthwhile bitch in the world. I need the bag. I need to be spoiled and treated like this. By putting on a bunch of fake shit makes you feel like you deserve that. But the man you want has to, be all of these other non-superficial things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. The standards are crazy. And I like the fact that a lot of women get brought back to it. I don't think they come back to reality. Like on the calls, they say that they understand, or yeah, I need to do this, do that, or I get it. But a lot of them should be brought back to reality and understand where you operate on the spectrum. All right. So with that being said, it's not like Jesse Lee Peterson. You gotta you would actually, I think you might actually like it, Tidy, because you like terrible stuff. Astro Rock Sex, what's the motherfucking deal? Everybody in the den, almost anybody black who watches YouTube in the den is probably heard Kate say 335, my nigga. Peace. So again, high value man, his definition has a more distinct definition, but I know part of it is like making six figures for at least 5 years, or averaging $10,000 a month for the past 5 years. There's a couple other little stipulations in it and some other shit. Dog, his sound effects are the greatest, dog. Like the fucking, when he be whipping and slapping hoes and shit. Or when they call in and they say they too big, and he plays the dun 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 dun. That nigga sound effects are hilarious, dog. That motherfucker is funny as shit. But let's get to it. Give me un momento, por favor. I'll put the number up on the screen. We're gonna have to test this out, see how it all works. And dog, they be saying some crazy shit. Dog, it killed me when they say the craziest shit, and they be like, "But I'm like a size 4 because I carry it differently." Stop lying, bitch. Bitches be lying. Lying. That's why it's so great. Bitches be on there lying, and you know they're fucking lying. And you just see them, or you can hear them making up the lies in real time. No, it's not all about having money. That's like one of the things. There's several staples to it, but high value is part of it is having money. And another very interesting thing that I've noticed from a lot of the shows, uh, yeah, there's a phone number to call it. I'm gonna put the phone number here on the screen just a second. Another thing that I've noticed from a lot of the shows, because especially with black women being the most educated group in America, not my statement, somebody else said it, I'm just copying it. A lot of black women look down on blue collar men. So like part of that is not just about making the money, because a lot of blue collar men that make damn good money. But there's like I said, there's a few little caveats. I don't know all the fucking details. Shannon, what's the motherfucking deal, man? And so, like I said, I don't know all the stipulations to it, but it's crazy because a lot of women who call in and they say, well, I'm making good money, this, and this. And, well, what about a blue collar man that makes it? Well, we can do that and I can turn him into this and I can turn him into that. It's a whole crazy atmosphere there. So if you've never watched it, I suggest you do. If you're a female, depending on your current situation, you may or may not like it. If you're a dude, depending on how you were raised, you may or may not like it. Oh,
get a dog whipped E13 alone.
Oh, wouldn't let you put it. The die alone shit is the funniest shit to me, dog. And appreciate the love, as y'all notice the color in the back change. Appreciate the love, their super chat. Trill. But no, we can't, because if he's super adamant about his content, and I respect that. So I'm not even gonna fuck with it. But maybe we have us a Den watch. We haven't had us a Den Discord watch in a while, so people we can respond live. We definitely need to do that. Oh, I didn't have the fucking sound on, did I? Son of a bitch. I don't know. Like he's super like strict about it. I don't know. Mike, I will wear hats consistently when you go to Weight Watchers. And fuck the Buccaneers. Anyway, let's get the number on. Let's get the conversation going. And there it goes. It should be accurate right now. Hopefully. The sound should be up. I'll drop that there. I already appreciate the love, AB. And if we 25 deep in here, make sure y'all hit that like button. Let YouTube know that I know it's been a while, but y'all still enjoy it. So, it's all Gucci. Here's the number. And then we'll figure it all out. I don't know why it's so small. So, like I say, this will be my first time using the Zoom system. But we're gonna make it shake. We're gonna figure the whole thing out together, because that's what friends do, right? Well, that's number 832-586-0336. Should have been 335. Huh? But 336 actually spells den. So there's that, I guess, if you like that kind of thing. And yes, he is definitely on the CPT. But yeah, definitely we're gonna have we might do that, like I say, in the the post game show. In the after party. We may pull. I'll let Trill, because Trill is very savvy on the Samuels. I'll let him pick a stream, since he got the party started today. I'll let him pick a stream that he thinks is pretty good. Appreciate the love, Mr. Coulter. And yeah, the link should be in the description for the video call. Pause this here. Double check it, because sometimes it saves, sometimes it doesn't fucking save. Yeah, it should say join the convo on Zoom, and then there should be a link to it in the description. Or I guess it brings you into the Zoom meeting or however that works. I guess that's a thing. I don't know how that works. Okay, I guess that's a thing. I have no idea how to work any of this shit. So the number didn't work? Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. I pay for that bitch. That bitch better work. Let me see what's happening here. I will be highly upset with Zoom. Let me go in the background here. Make sure I'm putting all my information on the screen while I'm doing all that shit. And then every time, you know what happened? Like yesterday, I planned on streaming yesterday, right? And 258603336 should be the fucking number. Yeah, that's what it's saying. Make sure I got to save right here. Yeah, that's. I have no idea what's going on, but I warmed the lava lamp up yesterday. Had it ready to go. Had it. Okay, here we go. All right. Hold on. We got one joining us here. Let's see how this works. Hopefully this all works well. Let me see. Can you hear me? Let me see. I can hear. Make sure I got my shit right. See Mr. Shannon join us. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. There you go. Can you hear me? I can hear a little bit. It's kind of cutting in and out. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can hear you now. Loud and clear. Yes, sir. You're good. You're good. How you been? What number one? How you been, Mr. Shannon? I don't know if it's coming through here. Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened. It cut out there. Name the lava lamp Mount Everest. I did. I'm sorry, Miss Just Sarah. I forgot to put your picture up. I got you. Let's try this again. All right. Well, we're trying to get that going. But yeah, every time I plan to stream, I warm it up and then I do. Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. Can you hear me now? Yes. Sorry. There we go. Yes, sir. Can you hear me, Mr. Shannon? Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. My audio might be tripping. Make sure the sound is correct. Oh, that's part of the problem. That's all right. Can you hear me now? Okay, that was my fault. I had the wrong mic on there. You play as fuck up, you know what I'm saying? But Mr. Shannon, man, how you been? It's been a while since we talked. Okay. So we were talking about here about Mr. Kevin Samuels. Do you personally think that he's too harsh on black women? Oh, my bad. I cut myself off deliberately. Let me see. No, say I can hear you, but I don't know why they cannot hear you. Give me one moment to figure this out. That's crazy. 'Cause I can hear y'all loud and clear. I might have to try a different source. Let's see. Okay, hold on one second. I'm gonna switch it over and then we'll see what we got going on here. Give me just 1 second. Maybe this will help. Do, 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 do. Here. Here. Don't want to do that. And this may work. We'll see. Let's do. Yeah. Okay, let's try it like so. Let's see if this helps. All right, how about now? Can y'all hear him now? Y'all let me know. Yes, sir. Yes, yes, I'm trying to see if it can be heard. It's showing because my meters are showing that it's playing, but it's not going through to their side. Y'all can hear it now? Okay. Yeah, exactly. I go live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. All right. You should be good though. Y'all still can't hear. Y'all still can't hear nothing. What the fuck? Hold on, let's see something here. This is bullshit. Y'all can hear me though, but y'all can't hear the call. That's really odd. Let me see what we got here. No, that's not none of it. Yeah, you can hear me, but that's okay. That's unfortunate. That's not it. Yes. I don't know why the fuck it's not working. I really have no fucking idea. Let's try this. No, that's not it. Yeah, I have no idea why it's not fucking. Because it shouldn't be nothing but my desktop audio, because it should be playing through the same damn thing. That's not it. That's not it. Nope. That's definitely not it. But yeah, I have no idea why it's not working. Because the audio shows up loud, like your audio shows up. Otis, what's the motherfucking deal? AKA Big Player Keith. I have no idea why the fucking shit is not working. Let me check my settings. Let's check the audio. Let's see if that works. Everything's good here. Everything should be kosher. This is extremely unfortunate. All right, try saying something now, Mr. Shannon.
Mic check.
Yeah, you guys hearing anything? Maybe not. It's working now? Okay.
It is?
I guess so. I honestly didn't do anything, but okay, so all right. That's crazy. I literally did nothing, but all right. Okay, so Mr. Shannon, so you were saying, for those who didn't get to hear you, you say you used to watch Kevin Samuels before he kind of changed.
Yeah, so he used to be on YouTube. He used to do like cologne reviews. So I remember one day I went to like Macy's and I was trying to find some cologne and my nose is stuffed up. Good habit. I do think he takes it a little too far. When it comes to his worldview, and I would at least at this point I'll call it his philosophy, was that not everyone looks for the exact same thing. I can speak only for myself. So, like, I would consider myself a high value man in Houston. I mean, I make over six figures, right? And a lot of the stuff they talk about what a guy who makes this amount of money looks for this, and I'm like, this is not even true. This is not even accurate. I mean, maybe I might be says sort of. But I think a lot of it says it's just kind of, and I think to tell people this and that's kind of, I would say it's somewhat hard. But I'm not gonna lie, for some women who think that they're all that, they do. I you're this and you're, and not every guy is looking for a big butt, you know.
I don't know. It's cutting out real bad. I can't. I can't hear what's going on. All right, this deal, Miss Shannon. I'm a hang about because I can barely hear. I don't know if it's on my end or not.
I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. Yeah, because it's been cutting in and out. Like, so we've been missing a lot of what you've been saying.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm in my car, so let me turn my Wi-Fi on. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, you're good now.
All right. So long story short, I was just trying to say that a lot of his stuff it just lacks nuance.
Mhm.
I was trying to say like I would consider because I think the criteria of like a quote unquote high value person,
Mhm.
you have to make I think over like $10,000 a month or something. Yeah, and so like as someone who I'm not rich by any means, but I definitely qualify for that.
Mhm.
But it's with the stuff that he says that what men are looking for, and if you don't fit this kind of paradigm, no guy ever wants you, and all that kind of stuff is very not true.
Mhm.
It's very not true. Don't get me wrong, there are certain men who look for particular things the same way women look for particular things. And I think the reality is that people should just go to what they're attracted to. If I'm a guy and I'm attracted to whatever, I shouldn't be mad that I'm attracted to this.
Mhm.
I can't be mad that I'm attracted to a beautiful woman, but she doesn't have a great job. The same way, if a woman is attracted to a guy, she can't, in retrospectively, be like, well, he's attractive, but he's not making X amount of dollars.
Do
People
you
should
do you
just
think women
accept
think
what
like
they
that
like.
though?
Huh?
Do you think women think like that?
I think most people are attracted to what, I mean, most people would date to who they're attracted to, bar none. If you go to a bar, the first thing you realize about someone is if they're attractive or not. You don't think about their job. You don't ask about if you have, you literally just see if they're attractive. And if you look for a certain type of person, you're going to find that type of person. And, income and everything else falls secondary. Even though people might, quote unquote, want that to be the first thing, that's not the first thing you're looking at.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, I get you.
So like for example, I have a friend and just completed her MBA, and and she does well professionally, but she likes very very urban people,
Mhm.
and she's always like, man, I can't find a really good guy, and I'm like, well, there's not saying that you can't find urban people who do well professionally, but it might be a little bit more challenging.
Mhm.
There's nothing against it. Like, this is no slight to anybody or not at all. But it might be a little bit more challenging if every guy you date, has a face tattoo and a grill. He's not likely to be pushing $200,000 in a corporate job. So, it is what it is. You should be happy to date who you want to date. No one should be able to just ridicule you for who you like. But at the same time, it is what it is.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna need one thing from you though.
Go
I'm gonna,
for it.
I'm gonna need you to stop calling them urban and call it like it is. Call them motherfuckers ghetto. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a den.
You funny.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, so these women, like, I mean, it is what it is. These women call in saying they want a high value dude, but they want a guy from the street. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can't, I mean, you can find that. I mean, there are definitely people who do well professionally who are like that, but it's going to be challenging. And you shouldn't be complaining to saying, I can't find a high value dude. There's a lot of people who are doing well financially or young professionals and all the other stuff. Reality is that we just don't get contact because we're not urban enough, and that people like what they like, and it is what it is. It's fine. It's cool. It's Gucci.
Okay. So you yourself, you said that you feel like you fit the mold of what he describes as the high value man. There are some ladies in here. I don't know if they single or what or not, or what your situation is. But if you were a person, you yourself, out there looking on the market as a high value man, self defined, what would you be looking for?
I mean, I look for someone who has. I mean, this is what I look for: someone who has a big heart, who I can see being a mother to my kids, someone who's open minded, and someone who's not combative, who's okay with compromise.
Mhm.
I'm looking for someone who's more of a life partner than someone who just has surgery. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes.
So like, I mean, I can tell you how much I make. I make about 130.
Mhm.
So I'm definitely not rich by any means.
Mhm.
But I mean, that's over six, and definitely for you, something like I guess that qualifies.
Mhm. Yeah.
Uh,
So
so
do you have? Do you think you get a pretty good selection out here in Houston when it comes to the dating market?
mm, I mean, it's a hit and miss.
Mhm.
It's a hit and miss. I mean, you never know what you. It's like fishing. You never know what's going to bite your line.
Yeah.
So sometimes you be catching boots. Some days you catch salmons. It's just it's everywhere. There's no consistency.
Okay. So at that rate, you're doing pretty good for yourself. Um, is it an issue to you whether or not a woman has the ability to cook?
I mean, so for me, I mean, cooking is something I cook all the time for myself. So when women be saying like I provide cooking and cleaning, I'm like I live by myself. I'm good. You gotta be able to offer more than just that.
No.
But I mean that's a very low bar. But like when it comes to cooking and cleaning, I mean, if we're living together, I expect her to do something. We're living together, we're trying to cohabitate. Some days I can't clean, I just want you to clean. Some days I can't cook, you can cook. It's more about compromising and just living together versus, for at least me, than putting roles on everything. Like, hey, is your job to only cook? Is my job to only make money? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of, I feel like that's a very ancient view of relationships. And maybe because I'm a millennial and I view things are slightly different. I'm okay with, hey, some days I can cook. I like to, throw steak on the grill and, whip it up at times. If you want to make something cool, but it's not like it's your job as a woman to do this, or it's my role as a guy to do that. It's kind of just is what it is.
Okay. Okay. So you're not one that's big on the traditional gender roles.
I mean, I will, like, for example, I appreciate whoever I'm with to do whatever like, for example, like let's say, for example, I'm in my spot and the person's like, I'm just take out the trash because I'm trying to be nice. I appreciate it, Nothing wrong with that. I appreciate you trying to do stuff for me. I appreciate you trying to clean or cook or be of service. I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, am I choosing you over everyone else because you cook and clean? No. I'm choosing you because I like you. I like to spend time with you. I see you being the wife of my children. That's what gets you there, not your cooking and cleaning. Does that make sense?
No, I got
Like,
you.
if cooking and cleaning was the only thing, I mean, shit, maids be pregnant every fucking day.
Oh, according to Schwarzenegger, but that's a whole nother story. Okay. All right. That's interesting. That's interesting. So you personally, you feel as though you disagree with a lot of Mr. Samuel's takes, or do you like you said he's kind of.
I get where he's coming from. I understand his philosophy. And his whole thing is that he's talking about people who are really single in their 30s and they're trying to find I guess something like something that they can like flex on their friends or something. I want a girl so pretty so I can, show them off to my coworkers, or I want a man to make so much money that I can tell my best friends how much money he makes. He talks about relationships in that kind of context. It seems very shallow. And, there are people who are like that. I mean, shit, I'd met a girl before. She was a nurse. She said that I didn't meet her criteria for making money because for me to make enough money, I need to make 3 times as much as she makes. And you hear that kind of stuff. You hear that all the time.
And the woman who said this, what would you rate her as far as attractiveness?
Oh, she was like a 6. But you hear that kind of stuff. But the thing is, I tell this to everybody. I tell this to everybody. If you're gonna shoot for the stars and land on the moon, shoot for the stars. I'm not getting mad at you if you want to shoot your shot, but you can't have that to be like your requirement. Like shit, I would love to be with Beyonce or Halle Berry back in the day, but I'm not gonna bash women who don't look like her. That's the difference. I totally understand. You want to date the guy who's 6'4". I hate to be vulgar, but his dick hangs to his knees. And he has a chin of gold, and he makes $500,000 a year. Yeah, man, sure. I think everyone will like that, but that's something you can expect. No, and so don't bash men. And he's kind of like the yin to that yang. So he's like, hey, y'all ain't shit. Y'all talking about we ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You pregnant with a baby. You a 2. You can't get that, and it's kind of unnecessary. And I think what he should just be saying is, hey, if you want to date, come into it with actual like good intentions, want to compromise, and find someone who you can see being a life partner versus someone who makes enough money to make you happy. And the last thing I would say, because I know I've been on a tangent, I really just don't like some of this context. I think it gives people the wrong idea. Is that for himself, he's a single man. He's single. I think he was married and divorced. So it's kind of ironic that people who are single, who aren't with anyone, are trying to give marriage advice. Steve Harvey, I believe Steve Harvey has been divorced twice. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat.
2 or 3 times. I can't remember.
Yeah. And he's making books on relationships. It's like, come on. Y'all can't be just listening to anybody who just opens their mouth. Like just because a guy thinks he says I'm a relationship, I think he says I'm an image consultant. What the fuck does that mean? Y'all just listen to this guy paying him money just to, fill out your nonsensical, opinions, but it's not supported. I mean, if like I'm about to go to a place, I'm supposed to meet someone here. I'm supposed to go to Prospect Park, right? I'm just gonna hear and chill with some friends. I mean, it's like, but if someone approaches me, I'll talk to them. If they don't, they don't. But it's not about, you got to do this to get a guy who's high value. It's really just be yourself. Be who you are, and let the chips fall. If you believe in God, you believe in Jesus. Things happen for a reason. Destiny will fall in place. Just be who you are. Ain't nothing worse than being with someone who's fake, who's trying to pretend that pretend to be stupid or trying to be dipsy just to look cute. No, be who you are, and that's how you find somebody. All right, I'm out. I'll listen to the rest of the chat. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you calling in, man. Good to hear from you.
No problem.
All right, there we go. All right, shout out to Mr. Shannon. And all right, here we go. We're figuring this thing out. I'm really mad about the whole audio thing because I didn't do anything. I didn't change shit. I didn't do anything. And all that fucking audio delay. If you want to join in the stream, because I guess they said the number's not working for some reason. I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. I honestly probably should have called it myself. But the link to join in through Zoom is in the description. So you don't have to get, if you're a regular, if I know who you are, you don't have to get on video if you don't want to. But if anybody new decides to call in, we're going to be screening through Zoom to make sure people are who they are, avoiding, minimizing the trollage, if you will. But yeah, I'm still mad about the lava lamp because yesterday, I planned on streaming yesterday, and I cut that bitch on before I went. Oh, appreciate the love. All right. And as y'all see, the color has turned red in the back or orange or whatever color that is. I appreciate the love, Shannon, man. Thank you. And take this message off the screen. But yeah, the fucking lava lamp. And so I had it all nice and doing lava shit yesterday, and it was ready to go. It was ready to stream. The lava lamp was ready to stream. But then I was like, I'm like, you know, whatever. And now it's not. All right, we got somebody else joining us here. Give me just a moment. Allow them in. All right. I don't know this nigga. So some of y'all may have heard of this nigga, but I'm not quite familiar with who they are. Just some new nigga that has joined the Urban Den. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we have calling in to the den or joining us in the den this evening?
Professor Trill.
Hello, Professor Trill. How are you, sir?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm flabbergasted, Honcho.
Why? Why are you flabbergasted, sir?
Because Kevin is right. He's true. Everything he says is right.
What do you mean?
Things that he say about people, all of his detractors, they say the exact same thing. Shannon, no, but respect to you, brother, but you're not telling the truth about the man. Jesus Christ. I don't understand. The man literally said, I used to watch him when he did Cologne videos, and then I watched his other stuff, but I didn't like it, so I stopped watching. How can you form an opinion on something you've never seen? Or you've seen very little of? Here's the deal, bro. The man ain't never called nobody a two. All the man does is simply this. He asks you what you want and why you want it, and then figure out, gives his opinion on the likelihood of you actually getting it. That's all he does. He sets people. He preaches all the time. What's wrong with you just getting the average guy? Most people are average. Average people get average people. There's nothing wrong with saying that, but when he calls somebody average, everybody goes up and on. Well, you can't call her that. Do y'all not understand what the word average means? Average means in the middle, which also means normal. It's normal. He didn't call a lady below average. Why? Y'all make average seem like it's a sin to be average. And dude, respectfully, what you want from a woman is all on you, dog. That's fine. I won't knock what it is that you want. But here's the problem. Most men want traditional women. All women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional women. That's the issue. They calling in to see what it is that men want. We've been telling them the same things. We've been wanting the same things since forever. But now they're refusing to do those things and give us what it is we want. So guess what? We stop choosing them. They become in what is it, Chinese society? They become Shang Yu, leftover women, because they don't want to acquiesce to what a man wants. And ladies, respectfully, your opinion does not matter at all, because you're not marrying these women and you're not marrying yourself. Kenneth, respectfully, you're not in the market for a woman. Your opinion doesn't matter either. Respectfully. The only people that matter is the people that's actually doing the shopping to plan to buy one of these women off the shelf. And yes, to everybody in here, that costs money. It costs money. And women know that, they respect that. Y'all don't want no broke ass man. No woman wants a broke ass man. You'll take a man that may not have the money now, but if he has drive and ambition, if y'all know what that means that he's going to work hard till he get the money later. I'll just come up with him. But if he don't show no drive and ambition, he get left by the wayside, as it should be. That's the way it should be. I'm not knocking that at all. Y'all just need to characterize what the man's saying correctly. You have to get out your feelings and listen to it objectively. But nobody wants to listen. All they want to hear is the certain parts that trigger them, and then they shut their brain off. This is what I need y'all to understand. I am the Den Kevin Samuels. I have been. This whole time I've been saying shit that y'all do not like. Y'all did not like it. But after a while, you kept hearing me saying, then you got curious as to why would he say these things. Then you started to delve deeper in it and you gained a better understanding. It's the same thing with this man. It's the exact same situation. All he's doing is telling you the truth. And there ain't no such thing as your truth and my truth. No, that does not exist. It's only the truth. That's it. That other stuff is just a figment of your imagination. It's what you tell yourself to try to make what it is you got to say more pertinent. If you can't prove it, it's bullshit. That's the bottom line. If it won't hold up in the court of law, it's false. Court of law. In the court of law, it is false. And if it ain't the truth, it's a lie. I don't care how you look at it, how you sugarcoat it. Y'all don't like the statistics either. Don't give a fuck if you like the statistics. They are what they are. If you don't like how the numbers look, do your part to fucking change them. Again, if you don't like who the president is, you fucking vote. If you don't vote, you can't say shit. If you don't participate, you can't complain about the outcome. It's really that simple. Now, as far as what this guy said, Shannon, I will check issue that we have across the board, male and female. There's nobody that can speak on relationships, period. I don't give a shit what your situation is, because let me break it down to you. Only thing that matters is if the people like what you're saying or not. Because there's different men in the den right now that are in different relationship statuses, right? You get to pick and choose which one you decide to listen to based on how you feel about what they said. Take me for instance, I'm single. Well, we can't listen to you because what you know about relationships because you're not in one. Take Honcho. He got a girl. Well, you've been with her for a long time. You ain't been out on the dating market. So what you know about what's going on out here? Take somebody that's been divorced. Well, hey, look here, what you know? You have failed marriages, so why should we listen to you? There's a scapegoat, or not a scapegoat, that's the wrong word. There's an excuse to disregard anything anybody's saying, regardless of their relationship status. Who can tell you the truth? The answer is nobody. You don't want to listen to your men. You don't even listen to each other, except when it involves what it is you want to hear. The man is simply telling these ladies what they need to hear. And here's the biggest point above anything else before you discuss anything else. You need to ask yourself, why do these women call him in the first place? The reason why they call him in the first place is because what they were doing, what they were told, had not been working for them. It had not predicated the results that they wanted. So, hey, well, wait a minute, maybe I need to listen to this guy. He might tell me something different that I haven't tried before. But a lot of women out here want to keep doing the same thing and not acquiesce. And he tells you straight up, buy you a dog and you're going to die alone. And there's a lot of our women, unfortunately, that are going to die alone. And it's some sad shit to hear, but we can't save you if you don't want to save yourself. It's really that simple. That's the cold, hard, honest truth. A lot of you with that attitude, if you continue that way, you're going to die alone. Period. If that's what you want, have at it. But if that's not what you want, you're going to have to change something. It's the definition of insanity. Y'all know what it is. We all grown folks in here. He has a grown channel that talks to grown people. He don't talk to a lot of young people. And these rich men, six figures men, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I know what he's talking about, but I don't fit his definition of high value. And I'm cool with that. I don't aspire to be what he is, or the guys I don't aspire to be none of that. I'm a blue collar guy. That's me. That's what I've always been. That's my lane. And I'm comfortable and I'm good where I'm at. And I've been very successful at it. Make no bones about it, but I worked hard to get here. I understand the kind of mindset it takes to get this success. I understand the kind of effort and time that you have to put in to get here. But a lot of people want to be involved with people like that don't understand the work and the grind, so they don't appreciate it when they see it. They don't understand the real value of it. And that's male and female. So, bruh, I understand the circles that you hang around and all that. That's all fine and dandy. But all we asking for is some basic things. We're not asking for anything special. The man preaches every night. He's trying to get women to be the best version of themselves. That's it. He's not asking nobody to go out here and be a supermodel. He say fit, feminine, and friendly. Everything that you said that you was looking for in a woman is what this man literally preaches every night. But you can't hear it if you don't want to listen. The biggest problem we have in the Black community is we fight information. If it don't sound good, we don't want to hear it. I listen to it whether it sounds good or not, and actually take it in consideration to see if it's BS or not. But our people just refuse to do that. They hear thing and then they turn their brain off. You ain't gonna never get nowhere like that. And you wonder why our people are just falling behind at a high rate. That's why we don't want to learn and we don't want to listen. We rather be ignorant to everything and want to blame it on people who ain't got nothing to do with what you're doing now. This ain't on the white man. Can't put it on him. He did have a part in it early on, but now what? That part being true, that's a fact. Now what are you gonna do? It's on you now. How you gonna handle it? How you gonna fix it? How you gonna turn this around? You just gonna sit there and sulk? That doesn't work. And that's what these women are calling in for. They're calling in for a genuine perspective. The reason that his channel is so successful is the same reason why I have very close friends. And one of my very close friends who's near and dear to my heart is listening to me right now. I talked to him about this earlier. That's why we're friends, because he knows he can get a genuine, honest answer from me, whether he likes it or not, whether I like the answer or not. It does not matter. It's all about what helps him. I don't give a fuck about his feelings. I don't. And he'll be the first to tell you.
So, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I want to make sure you finish everything because I got a question for you, and it may kind of steer the conversation just slightly in a different direction. I want to make sure you've expressed everything you want to express before I ask.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
So, and I've heard everything you said, and I have one question for you. If you were a character on Martin, who would you be?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What?
Yeah, we were talking about in the Discord. We couldn't figure out who you would be.
Me?
Yeah, we've had like almost everybody else who's active in the Discord, but we couldn't figure out one for you.
I don't know. I guess to be funny, I'll take Otis.
I think we gave Rio. Did we give Rio Otis? No, Rio's Bob from accountant. So I guess Otis is available. Okay.
I'll take Otis. Why not? I got a lot of gray hair.
Okay.
I talk a lot of shit. I wear thick glasses. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
You know, I used to be a security guard too, so that works.
Okay. Well, problem solved.
Yep, there you go.
All right. So as we guys were sitting here, and because it seems like you got some folks, eating up in the chat, having some thoughts and having some opinions, we can do some old school den style that we haven't done in quite a while. If anybody disagrees or doesn't like, the premise in which Trillers came, I'll give you a minute or two if you want to jump in. Again, the link is in the description. If you want to join the stream, I'll give it a minute or two. And if not, we'll let Trill conclude. And if somebody else wants to express their own thoughts, on their own time, I'll let that happen. But it seems like a couple of people may have thought differently. So, while you're here, I'm trying to offer the chance to rebut, debate, or any of that if y'all feel differently. Let's take about 2 minutes. If nobody responds, then, we'll move forward.
That's fine.
But yeah, but like I say, and I agree. I agree with what you said. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the stuff going on with Kevin Samuels is kind of misunderstanding, and I think that a lot of it is too personalized. Like people take it and they apply their situation to it, and then you kind of see it in a different lens that way. And again, some it may work for some folks, but and it's one of those situations where it's that phrase that I'm not going to say. We're not going to use that term anymore here. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody in the Den Discord knows the two words we shouldn't have to use anymore. Everybody should know this. We're all grown. But
yes,
it just
yes. NA.
Yes, exactly. NA. and it's just like, so at this point, a lot of lizards want high value, man. So at this point, like I'm just saying, it is.
They do. They want the money too. Shit. And again, ladies, I don't hold that against you. I understand it, because if you decide to try to marry this guy and you got kids, that shit costs money. I ain't mad at that. I get it. As men, we understand that. That's what it costs. It costs.
Okay. All right, I'm looking. Doesn't look like anybody.
Oh, and if anybody got the Zoom app already on your phone, when you click the link, it'll pull up. It'll say open with browser. Just click it, and then it'll automatically switch you over to the Zoom app because that's what mine did.
Okay. I have no idea. I don't even know if I got Zoom on my phone. That's how inexperienced I am.
Oh, I do. We do family calls every Sunday.
Okay. We got somebody joining. I don't know if this gentleman wants to join in the current conversation or if he wants to kind of express himself, but we'll bring him in. It's just under 2 minute mark.
Yeah. If he ain't got no if you don't want to debate me, I'll just step out so he can talk.
Okay. Give me just one moment. All right. Are we there? Oh, he's muted at the moment. Chance to unmute himself.
Yeah, you gotta unmute yourself. That sound like Kevin. Ah, shit.
Yeah, I'm learning this thing. I'm learning this thing as we get it all figured out. You know,
Mhm.
we gonna rock with it. All right. Here we go. We got Mr. Ken joining us. Mr. Ken, did you kind of want to express your own thoughts? Did you have something you disagreed with Mr. Trill on, or Mr. Ken, did you come? You got a little feedback in the back.
Yeah, you gotta turn YouTube off in the back. God damn it, I sound like Kevin. I know what he's talking about. It's funny.
Hello.
Well,
I can hear him.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Ken?
Mr. Trill,
Yeah, he can. Okay.
I can. Mr. Trill, man.
Yeah, speak on it.
What can I say? I mean, look. Wait, I'm hearing myself double. This is weird. Wait, I have my headphones in, right?
You gotta mute YouTube. That's probably you hearing the reverb from the stream.
Oh, smart.
Yeah. Kevin talk about this every night. That's how I know. But go ahead, Ken. Go ahead.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I can't hear anything.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, go ahead, Chief.
All right, bet. So look, bro, what you're doing and what you did was exactly what you did earlier in the damn Discord. You literally fed a loaded question and now you gave a loaded comment, I just have so many points. Jeez, Mr. Trill. To begin, you said that the only people who can make an opinion about this is those who are looking to get women. Let's start from there. Okay. Then you said that I can't make an opinion because I don't want a woman. Once again, just like you did earlier, you just, to make your point valid, you make these assumptions and you state them as fact. And in the same breath, you're saying the truth is the truth. You're saying the truth is the truth and it's only one truth. But you spoke an assumption, something that you don't even know is the truth. Now, for folk who are in the den and who have those who have heard me speak about things, clearly I've said that it is my big time dream to marry a big time beautiful woman. That's keyword dream, meaning I have to work my way up to that, you know what I mean? But more than less, that is a goal. And I've said this numerous of times, so I'm not for sure if you were absent when I said those things, or you just bypassed it. But to state,
No, I didn't know.
But to state something that you don't know, and you're presenting it as a fact, is indeed incorrect. And you just repeated what you did earlier was to try to prove your point. You just literally created a whole narrative out of thin air just to prove your point, and you're wrong. So I just wanted to say that. Secondly, again, with that point, you said, if you don't vote, you can't say shit. I beg to differ. If you can't, if you don't, if you're not into women, you can't critique that. So when y'all have these, uh, when the topic is of gay shit, LGBT shit, numbers are high as fuck. Okay, why? Because motherfuckers like you and everybody else have all the big time answers when it comes down to the alphabet soup committee. All the answers. Y'all got all the answers on why gay exists. You got to be molested to be gay. You got to do this. Blah, blah, blah. All the answers. Meanwhile, you ain't fucking with no dude. Y'all ain't fucking with dude. Y'all ain't fucking with same sex people. Okay? Y'all not. Most of y'all don't even have same sex friends. Y'all not even engaging in conversation with these people or trans people. You're not even engaging in conversations with these people uh to even get a glimpse of what how they living or what made them that way or anything that way. You just assume. So once again, you just sit here and contradicted yourself because I've heard you speak about things that you don't participate in. So that's bullshit. And just because I'm not a parent does not mean I can't give parental advice. Why? Because one, I could have the experience. I could have been, which I was, the older brother to actually raise my younger siblings who are all 13 years beneath me. I mean, I was a teacher. You can't just say, and teachers are out here raising y'all motherfucking badass motherfucking kids. Let's start from there. That's why y'all hoes don't want to homeschool. Y'all don't want to homeschool because y'all actually have to do work. Okay. So your teachers are actually raising your kids. So a teacher has a right to give an opinion about the care of the child because they take time with the child. The same way the older sibling raises their younger siblings. They have parental experience, even though the children ain't come out they fucking pussy or dick hole. They still have parental experience. And if they did not do any of those two, I'm quite sure that they've been around people who have children and watch and learn. You don't have to get burned by fire to know not to touch the shit. You can look at someone who touches the fire and you see that the motherfuckers go, ouch, ouch. They got to get, third degree burns and shit. You don't have to go through shit. And a wise person knows that you don't have to go through something to learn something from everybody else's situation. A fool would want to engage in drama just to see how it feels. No, motherfucker, you can look at all the drama around you and you can kind of get a glimpse of how that shit feels, how it affects your life, how it affects your peace. You don't gotta go through that shit to know that. You can look around. So I just wanted to say that point. The other point you said, yeah, I think that's it. That was all that I wrote down in rebuttal to what you said. Yeah.
Can I rebut?
Sure.
I won't cut you off.
Sure.
Okay. Here's the thing, Kenneth. This is fun. I enjoyed this. I did assume that part. I did not know. You are correct. You're absolutely correct. I was wrong on that issue. I was. Okay. But what you did, hilariously enough, is you turn around and did the same shit I did. You assume that I don't know nothing about the gay community. Okay. I've never told this, but one of my cousins, right? He's transsexual. He's lived with us since he was 2 weeks old. Know him very dearly, love him very much. Talked to him 3 days ago, matter of factly, right? We have lots of conversations. I was extremely homophobic. I'm not now because I understand because I've had these conversations with him, what he was feeling, what he experienced, what he was going through. So you also assume that I didn't have that experience when actually I did. I just don't talk about it because it really ain't everybody's business. But since he out there the way he is, we just gonna rock with it because I'm sure he wouldn't really give a shit. He don't care. As long as he get to do him, he good. And that's fine with me. So I
May I
understand your point. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
can I touch on that for a point?
Sure.
God bless your transsexual cousin. God
Mm-hmm.
bless the soul of the trans. Okay. However, comma. Yes, I did assume. I definitely did assume. However, comma, I'm not the one who's out here talking that literally said I speak facts and it's only one fact. It's one fact. I'm not saying that. So I get what
Mm-hmm.
you're saying, how I assumed, but I have that free will because I'm not the one that's saying that's preaching is fact, fact, fact.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that okay. Another thing is with the trans cousin. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
also said that you have to watch all of his videos to gauge who he is. You can't judge one video that's a viral video or a second or a clip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying I have to watch, he has over 400 videos, 457
Yeah,
videos,
you got a lot.
I believe. Okay. So however, comma, I'm gonna say that again because someone said they ain't like it. So I'm gonna say it again. However, comma, okay. Um God bless you and your gay cousin, your trans cousin, your relationship, whatever, whatever. But trans life, and I get it, trans life, their alphabet soup experience is on a whole nother scale than the fucking bulldaggers, carpet munchers, and the fucking gay people. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a whole umbrella of everybody ain't the same. The trans people got issues that someone like me don't got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I don't get, turned down from a job or some shit like that. Trans got different shit. Trans getting murdered, by the millisecond. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? I don't get that ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's different issues amongst the umbrella of the alphabet soup committee. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your experience with your one trans cousin, okay, in your words, you cannot have a full idea or a full picture of the alphabet soup committee from off of having one trans cousin that you talk to, that you've lived with you, and that you know things about her
Mm-hmm.
or him. Okay. So
Yes.
you can't, like, yeah, so I can say that, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that you don't have any gay friends. I'm going to assume that. Do you?
No.
No. Okay. So, boom, you don't have any gay friends. So that means that you don't typically have conversations with gay folk. Okay. Your conversations
Not
are
true.
with your, okay,
Not true.
not true. Okay,
Yeah.
so boom. Okay, so bottom line, you don't have any gay friends. Okay,
No.
your one trans cousin, boom, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Even all in all, you still don't have, according to your thinking pattern, is that you
Mm-hmm.
have to
For some
get
new
the
headphones.
full scope in order to understand the particular situation. So with me, you can't gauge the full scope of the LGBT shit by with your trans cousin and the conversations that you may have had with other people. I'm just using your logic.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Okay, but here's the part that where we differ. It does because Kevin Samuels is one man, and it's what he's done over his history, which is the same as my cousin. Again, we had him since he was 2 weeks old. He's what is he now? 20. 27, 28. I've known him for 28 years. If somebody had just met him and seen how he act, they can make a judgment on him, which is what we call a first impression, right? But that wouldn't qualify them to make a full, he didn't get a chance to make a full impression on anyone because they have not known him over a length of time, which is the same thing I'm telling you about Kevin. You only watched one video. You saw what
Stop
he did.
saying that. Stop saying that. I told you, I literally, and here you go. Here you go. Just try to prove your point, right?
No,
I literally already told you I've watched several. I've literally combed through his page and I've combed through his Instagram. I literally said that today in the Discord. And now you're literally just bypassing that again to go with your make-believe fact. But go ahead.
Again, I've listened to you, not interjected or cut you off once.
Right.
Okay, just respectful. Let's just have a conversation. Respectful one. That's all I ask. Okay, I'm using the variance of just an initial impression. You said you watch multiple videos. Okay, I'll even give you that. But that's still not long enough to know somebody and what their message is. It's just not. And then I don't know which videos you're listening to. Are you watching the whole streams? I need you to answer this. Are you watching the entire broadcast?
I am.
Okay, so all right, well, I'll give you that. If you watch the entire broadcast, you can see where he starts to where he finishes. With everybody, he said the same thing before he even turns the line on. If you're cordial with me, I'll be cordial with you. If you start to act hostile, I'm going to return in kind. He had this issue with this lady who's a reporter who just hopped off all hot and spicy off the bat. And he said, we have a problem in our community with one-way aggression. But one person gets to say whatever the hell it is they want, and the person is wrong for reacting to it. That's not how it's supposed to work. Because as men, we all have conversations. But men know that there's always a threat of violence within a conversation because you can step out of bounds and you're going to have to back that up physically. Women have never learned that. So that's why we say they don't even know how to talk to us. They disrespect us and we have to sit here and take it because we can't treat you the same way we would treat another guy. So when a guy starts talking to you the same way that we speak to each other, all of a sudden he's wrong. He's the devil. He's a misogynist. All this other stuff. No, this is how men operate. This is how we speak to one another. And for those of you who try this crap here, well, real men don't act like that. If you're not a man, you have no idea what a real man is because you don't know what it takes to be a real man. You honestly don't. Now, if you want to say that some men don't have it either, you're absolutely correct. I would never refute that argument. Not at all. But those of us that do, the ones that do understand it and try to be leaders in our community, we get nothing but pushback. And that's what the man is trying to do. He's trying to put some information out here to help people. And all y'all doing is fighting him along the way. Why? Especially when it doesn't even concern you. Now, Kenneth, I made the assumption that you weren't in the market for a wife, right? I made that assumption, right? Whether it be right or wrong. But the point I was trying to make, which I was wrong at that, I'll admit that. The point I was trying to make, if you're not in the market to take one of these women off the market, how would you know how these interactions go? You wouldn't know. The people that are going through it are understanding what's going on. And we seeing it, we're trying to figure it out too, because we don't know what to do or where to go. So we got to go to somebody who seems like they may have the answers. Now, as much as you may not or may like his rhetoric, the man produces results. All he did was he put what he deemed as a high value man and high value women in a Facebook group together. He's not a relationship coach and none of that. He just put them together and let the chips fall where they may. And them people are getting married, which is what a lot of people want. The women that call into his show.
How many's gotten married? Because today y'all said 5 or 6.
No, that's not true. I think he said 3, but I think he said 2 more are engaged. So if you want to count that as married, that's you, but I don't. But I think he only got, I think the last time he said it, he got like almost 400 people total in there, you know, which that ain't the best ratio. I get it. But a lot of these other people who giving relationship advice, where are their results? These women that are going on here, going at what he's saying every day, the women that are following them, what results are they getting?
May I chime in?
They're
just
still
a second?
Unhappy.
Just a slight second. Let's take the opposite of Kevin Samuels. Derek Jackson. He's been telling women a bunch of shit for a very long time. What kind of results is he getting? Because he's basically saying the opposite of what Kevin Samuels is saying. But I've never seen anybody talk about where's his results, what does he produce, because they like what he's saying. Why is that?
You want this one, Ken?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Derek Jackson. Are you familiar with Derek Jackson?
No.
Okay. Well, it may not. It won't apply. But Derek Jackson is basically a man who's the opposite of Kevin Samuels. He basically tells women that everything is the man's fault. If he don't have this, if he ain't got this, that, and the third, and that's why a lot of women, I think, come to Kevin Samuels the way they do. But he tells them a bunch of things that, hey, it's never your fault. Nothing you do is wrong. It's always the man. Even if you got kids, you steal this, and this. It's the man's fault. If he don't accept you, then, he's not good enough, et cetera, et cetera. But yet, no one has ever talked about this man producing any results. Nobody questions this man's statements. Nobody has issues with this other than men. But I've never seen anybody act towards him the way they do towards Kevin Samuels. Yet we've talked about Kevin Samuels actually getting people married. I've never heard anyone say Derek Jackson got me married.
I don't know him, so I really can't speak on that. But I mean, I could have a glimpse. I mean, probably no one comes at Derek because of me. I don't know. I don't know his delivery. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that has a hand in why many people don't come at him
Pure
that way
pandering.
because
Purely pandering. That's his delivery.
what? Well, I mean, if that's what you want, I don't know. So I can't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So I can't even say left or right because I don't know about this Derek Jackson. Now I'm gonna have to look him up, and dive into him. But I just want to say that you said that in which he does say, if you come at him in the wrong, he's going to come at you. You know what I'm saying? But the video that Honcho is referencing with this girl who's average at best, she was literally like a little sheep. The girl was a little sheep. She did not come at him wrong. She did not bat her eyes like the other girl we talked about today. She didn't do any of that. She was respectful to him. You know what I mean? And he told this woman that she's gonna die alone. Okay, now you could say whatever you want to say, factual or this, that, and the third, but you ain't God. You ain't God, and you cannot see anybody's future. Like there are so many people who have gone won against horrible odds. People have won up against those odds. So I mean, like what we was discussing today about confidence. If your physical appearance isn't like all that great, but your confidence like is on a level 30, I'm speaking from experience. Like this is what I know from experience, that confidence will sell your ass to, it will sell you. Okay. So you can do whatever you want to do, but to label something as factual, something by saying that you're going to die alone, that is a statement that you're presenting as a fact when you don't even know these people's future. You can't, you could say whatever you want to say, but to label that as a fact, that's wrong. And to say that, when he does say these things, he gives a disclaimer. But when I brought up today in the Discord about how he was acting towards Tommy, the ratchet ass Love and Hip Hop chick who fights her mother, literally fist fights her mother, goes online and literally disowns her daughter who had a teen pregnancy and literally said that she was not going to be a grandmother. And she fights on Love and Hip Hop, those drinks. She is a toxic individual, okay? She disrespected him, okay? She overtalked him, okay? She got smart with him, okay? And he let her talk. He let her eat her food. Like, he did not get loud. He did not get an attitude with this girl. And I know Honcho said earlier about how she's a celebrity and it'll gain more traction to his channel. Yeah, I totally get it. However, if you're gonna be a credible man and you're and a credible, like, to the point where you are literally like, for you to tell someone that they're gonna die alone, you have to have some big time credibility to be able to say that. You either got to be Miss fucking Cleo, you know what I'm saying? And she turned out to be a fucking fake. But he has not shown me a motherfucker who started off making reviews on fucking cologne. A damn man who's supposed to be 6 figures and a nigga is making reviews on cologne, polo, shit like that. That don't add up to me. To me, it doesn't add up to me that someone who makes over 6 figures, who has all this big time clientele, and they got big time to make a fucking review on cologne. That don't add up to me. Okay, so my point is that he's with one way to women, and he's with another way to other. Now, had that shit with Tommy not happened, I would not have been able to compare how he acts towards different women. But he let her disrespect him, and he ain't come at her. So yeah, I think that's like wrong. And the guy, like I said, these assumptions, this Taran character, he said, well, if I watched the videos, if I watched all the videos, then I wouldn't have fallacies about him. Number one, fallacies are lies. Okay, so fallacies. I number one, you guys never heard me. Maybe in the Discord, yeah, but today you guys never heard me say that I think that he makes very valid points. Very valid points in every video I said today. Every video that I saw, he makes great points. The majority of his points are great points. Do you know what I mean? However, all of them are not factual, and it is not a one size fit all, because men who do make over 100 over 6 figures, they don't like the same things.
YouTube don't
they don't dislike the same things. They don't love the same things. You can't just lump them all in a box and say, "Oh, one size fits all."
Mirror,
That's
mirror
not
on
how
the wall. I beg of you to terminate this pointless call.
No type of life.
Be
That's
it
not
alive
how
or
it
be
goes.
it dead. This dialogue was need
I
not
just
said.
think I think he
where
does
is
have
the
some
base?
truth, but he also has some bullshit in there. And like for me to have to watch all 457 videos just to get a glimpse of how he runs his quote unquote business, a business that does not have an LLC. Okay, you don't have an LLC for the business under the business name that you're providing. There is no LLC. Okay, so for someone who could tell someone that they're gonna die alone, and you have all of this big time credibility, but nigga, your business ain't even fucking organized. Like, it's not even recognized by the state, by the government. Like, what? I'm not gonna say what qualifies you, because like you could know shit without really going through it, like I said. So I'm not going to say what qualifies
This
you.
poor day
but
dude
I don't
lost
think that
his soul
he
to
has
propaganda.
the credibility, because I haven't seen anything. Now, you guys said earlier that motherfuckers have not produced any receipts to show that he is not a 6-figure man. But I haven't seen any receipts that shows that he is a 6-figure man. But that's neither here nor there. Do you know what I mean? The point is that if he's supposed to be an image consultant, to me, he doesn't do a good job at consulting folks' images. To me, he throws in entertainment with disrespect. And you made a comment earlier and said that this is how men talk to each other. No, that is not how men talk to each other. Men don't talk to each other in a disrespectful way. Now, yeah, they joke. Men joke. You be like, nigga, go to hell. Nigga, you ain't shit, nigga. Oh shit, man, go there. Niggas talk like that. But on some disrespectful type shit, the way that he talks, men don't talk like that to each other. Because if they do, they'll either get shot or there will be a fight. I'm done.
Okay. And I agree with you up to a certain point, but here's the thing, right? I said earlier of what people do when they don't like the message. They attack the messenger, but not the message. You literally said a lot of his points are valid.
Right.
Why can't you just ride with that? Why you got to go through his whole history and background to see who he is to know that he's worthy of being listened to? Why is that necessary?
No. It's not about me thinking that he's worthy. Okay. See, because he's not consulting my ass. Okay. I'm looking at what his consultation with other women. I'm just looking at it as that. Now, if I look at someone, and this is human behavior. Anyone who puts themselves out there very strongly, very passionately, motherfuckers gonna want to do background checks on them. That's human nature. When you put yourself out there like that, and you're very fucking obnoxious and very fucking disrespectful, now you're gonna cause people to go want to dig into your background just to see who are you as a person. To me, that's human nature. No?
Prepay said add him, Honcho. Okay.
And in regards to the women,
sorry, Ken,
I know that women don't accept that because we talked about it earlier. Men coddle women because they want to keep the pussy on lock.
Yes.
They want to keep the pussy on lock. A man ain't never gonna tell you, like, I ain't fucking with you no more. No, he ain't gonna tell you that shit. He gonna feed you a little bit, put you to the side. He might ignore your text messages. He ain't gonna tell you why he did it, the real reason. Because he want to keep you in good graces so he can have pussy on speed dial when he need it. You see what I'm saying? So niggas ain't gonna come and tell you the truth like that. When married couples don't tell their fucking wives the truth, baby, how my hair look? It look good. Nigga, your hair look a fucking mess. But he ain't gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I believe that women do get upset about his videos and it doesn't click with them because it is the approach. It is the approach. And when you're trying to reach people and you're really trying to reach people and that's your goal, if that's his purpose, if your goal is to reach people and to get these women to change so that they can get a man, then you would want to come at them in a way that they're going to digest that information and not completely shut it out. Now, I'm not saying coddle their feelings, but it's a difference between a good delivery and being just straight up disrespectful. Like, it's a big difference between that. I'm not saying you got to coddle motherfuckers' feelings. Tell them the truth. But it's a way you do shit if your goal is for these women to end up getting married and to change their way. If that's your goal. If your goal is just to entertain, by all means, let the nigga do what he do. I don't give a fuck if he there just to entertain. But if his goal is to consult women to become who they need to be in his eyes to attract six-figure dudes, then my dude, you're going to have to find better ways to get them to digest that food that you're serving. You can't just here, shove it. Here, motherfuckers ain't. I'm closing my mouth. Don't do that. Don't shove no fucking spoon down my throat, okay? And I'm not telling you to do plane rides in there. Just make sure my mouth is open. Don't shove it in there.
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
Stupid, You're stupid.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
I got a question for you, kid, because I asked other people this, and I've gotten many different answers, right? Yeah. Is it disrespectful if it's true?
No.
I don't have a
No.
particular stance on it.
No.
But I'm curious as to how people perceive the truth.
No.
Is it disrespectful? Is if it's true?
No, I don't believe truth is because I fucks with the truth heavy. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
fucks with it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't believe truth is disrespectful. I believe the way you say it can be disrespectful. Okay, for instance,
Okay, gotcha.
if the bitch pussy stink, okay, the bitch pussy smell like straight up albacore tuna, straight up albacore tuna in the can. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
fucking with this nigga.
look, I'm just saying, shit's my albacore dipped in oil, not in water. It's dipped in oil, not in
Somebody
water.
get this nigga Dr.
Look,
Oil, bro. Chill out.
I'm just
Chill
saying,
out.
bro. I'm just saying, if the shit smell like albacore, you know what I'm saying? In the blue pack, like, and if you love this girl, are you gonna say, bitch, look, your shit smell like straight up ocean of the sea. It smell like chicken, fucking fish, tuna, under the world, Little Mermaid pussy, bitch. Get to the fucking bathroom and wash your twat, bitch, and douche that shit. I mean, that's the truth. It's the truth. Your pussy stink. You need to get in the bathroom. You need to douche because if your chemicals is imbalanced, bitch. Get in the bathroom. It's the truth, but it's the way I said it. You see what I'm saying? Even though the bitch know her pussy stink, she gonna intentionally,
yes.
she ain't gonna wash her fucking pussy, bitch, because you told me to do it in a fucking rude ass way. So you know what, bitch? I ain't gonna wash my fucking pussy. I'm gonna sit around your ass and let you smell this. I'm gonna open up my legs here. Here go the fucking smell, bitch.
Well, let me point this out to you. Let me point this out to you, Ken. Right? What he said and the way he delivered it to that lady. You're absolutely right. It's the way that he said it. But here's the issue. He spent 20 minutes trying to lead up to a certain advice that he was getting to this woman, and she wasn't getting it. It's the same thing. Let's take your albacore tuna analogy, right? If you tell your girl, hey baby, we about to go somewhere. You want to hop in the shower real quick? And she be like, nah, I'm good. So you keep trying to make subtle hints for her to get it, and she ain't picking up on it. After a while, you be like, all right, bitch, your pussy.
Right.
I can't say it, bro, without laughing. After a while, bro, you just be like, look, I've been smelling this motherfucker for 20 minutes.
True.
Bitch, get your ass up and
True.
go wash your pussy. Like, that's exactly what happened. He was nice to her in the beginning, and he tried to tell her, look, ma'am, it ain't gonna work. Look, ma'am, please don't make me say it. He tried his best. And after a while, he just said, you know what, fuck it. Look, this is what it is. If you don't change this shit, you're gonna die alone. You can change if you want to.
Bro, I get it. But I can say the same way, I'm pretty sure you saw the video of this Honcho called her the bug-eyed girl. I found her eyes to be beautiful.
Yes, 10.
The bug-eyed girl. She was making
her.
No. She was fat.
Oh, the one with the fucked up faces.
No.
The
fucked up faces, right? She was making faces, but she won't like being disrespectful. She was you know how someone who is over dramatic in the face. That's what I got from her. Because I'm over dramatic in my face. I totally get it, right? But with he saw that as disrespect, right? So he checked her. Boom. Mm-hmm. But with the girl who's average at best, she won't give in that, right? But throughout that conversation, he was making faces. He was talking in a condescending way. Throughout, he was cutting her off, right? So to me, he's not giving what he's asking, and she gave him this shit. Now I can understand how, damn, I'm leading you in. Fuck it. I get it. Right. I get it for a regular person. But for a person, like I said, if this is his purpose to reach women, if that's his purpose, then, and if you're supposed to be this big time image consultant, then obviously you have to have strategies. And you have to learn how, obviously, at this point, if you've been dealing with Black women like all these years, with
Yes.
your image consulting, then you should already know or expect what they're going to give, right? So then that means that you should go ahead and prepare yourself so that you won't be come out of pocket rolling your eyes talking condescending because they're coming to you. You're the image consultant. You're the one who's supposed to have all these big time credentials. Therefore, you should be more responsible to carry yourself in a certain way. Do something because this, after all, this is your quote unquote business that does not have a licensed LLC. Okay. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know the man's purpose. I haven't, he hasn't, to me, I haven't watched a video where he actually said, my purpose is X, Y, and Z. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If that's his purpose, then he got some work to do. Because you ain't gonna reach, you ain't gonna reach the people.
He's got some videos where he state what his purpose is, but it's like he'll do it in like a little section. Oh, okay, let's oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, somebody else was talking.
Oh.
Was there prepaid? He tripping.
Yeah, but I mean, we all know Black women, and this is my thing. We talked about this the other like last year. Black folk have a virus. They have a virus. We have the virus until we get the antivirus, and I have to bring it back to that. You can clearly see that girl, the average at best, had some mental instabilities. It was obviously there. Okay,
how could you say that though?
The fuck how? Look, okay, the girl, the way she was holding her head, you could tell that she was not confident in herself. The girl said, I mean, she was literally a 5. You know what I'm saying? A 5.
Which is realistic.
Which is realistic, yes, it is. But the way that she allowed him to cut her off and to tell her that she was going to die alone and to say, I forgot what other thing she said, and she was just like, okay. Like you could tell that the girl, like, she's missing a couple of not marbles, but she's missing her inner self-care and shit. You could tell that. And that is the same with Black people across the board got mental issues. Across the board, we got mental issues. You know, you know what I'm saying? And so I believe if you are, like I said, if this is your purpose, if you got this big time platform with over 400 some thousand subscribers, you know, you got a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And you're in this service area, so you have a responsibility to, if you're trying to reach these people, to reach them and not put them down further than where they're at. To me, she was already low. The girl seemed like, to me, she was probably suicidal at one point in life. Like, that's what I got. Jesus. You know, dead ass. I don't, like I said, I'm assuming, but from her body language, from the way that she allowed him to talk to her, from there, the way she allowed that told me, people run over her, people use her. Like she said, she date men and they always want her money. You could tell that she is a pushover. She's missing something. You know what I'm saying? But she might not have had a daddy to even show her what it is to be with a real man. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that we have a responsibility when we have this huge platform, and if it's our goal to reach people, then that is what we should be doing, reaching people and not pushing them further down than where they're at. Like the whole dying alone, the woman in a shoe, that was totally uncalled for because he don't know that. He don't know that. It was funny, shit.
But it was over the top. I admit, it was funny.
Yeah, but it was funny to a lot of men, bro. But to me, that wasn't funny to me. That was really not funny to me because, like, I got a soft spot for motherfuckers who like think less of themselves and who are not mentally at a place that's really functional. I mean, it's functional, but it's not. I have a soft spot for that. So that wasn't funny to me. I don't laugh like when motherfuckers is like, okay, with our people. I'm gonna make it clear with our people. Now, other people, I laugh. You know what I'm saying? I laugh my fucking face off
Racist
dealing with.
mother.
No, prejudice.
Right. Gotcha. You're right.
Right. You know, I laugh at them hoes. But with our people, because I know the trauma that we endure on a daily basis. I know the traumas that these women are dealing with. We talked about domestic violence, okay, in the den some months ago. And we put the numbers out there. And 1 in 3 women get their ass beat by a man. 1 in 3. Okay. We're talking about not pushed. We're talking about hits. Okay. 1 in 3. Women in America, I don't know about everybody, all the other countries and shit, but women here in America face a lot of shit. Okay. They deal with a lot of shit and then gotta fucking birth kids, raise the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And men pretty much kind of, this is a patriarchal society. So men could skate around a lot of shit. It's a patriarchal society. Yes, women get benefits for fucking up. They reward women for fucking up. I understand that, and they punish men for fucking up. I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? But we have to speak facts.
Hold on 1 moment. Let me try this and make sure that this works. Hopefully everything is copacetic. Let me make sure. Hopefully everything is working.
Honcho, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Prepaid.
Hear you loud and clear, brother. What's up, Prepaid?
What's the word, Jack? Ken, you on the line?
Man.
What up, y'all?
Ken, what up? Honcho, what's good with it?
What's good with
it? Hey, man. I know I've been gone for a while. I'm back, baby.
Good to hear from you, bro.
Man. Hey, Ken, let me say this, bro, because you made a great point talking about, what his credentials are, whatever the case may be. And this is my only challenge to you, bro. Just because you disagree with somebody, don't mean we should go to challenge the credentials. Because what's her boy named Derek Jackson? What are his credentials? This nigga that made millions off black women lying to him. So it's not fair to say, okay, what are his credentials? What are he trying to do? And then on top of it, man, let me explain to y'all about image consultants. I've seen image consultants before. When business was taking off for me and I realized I was going to make some serious money, I seen an image consultant. One of the main things image consultant told me to do is always with my wedding ring. That has made me a lot of money, y'all.
Yep.
Image consultants will tell you this. If you are a married man, you wear your wedding ring, it makes motherfuckers feel safe. And you don't need an LLC for that, Ken. The person who I spoke to was a dude on top of his game, cold-blooded brother. I never even realized how much people put into being married when dealing with something like an attorney. So trust me, the stuff he's telling people is 100% true. Now, I ain't finna judge. I'm not finna go down the path of who's high value, who's not high value. If you go off what he's telling you, you make $100,000 a month for over 5 years. You are basically an asset to your circle and those around you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I work with those type of men. Ain't nobody taking for a single mother too. I'm just being real with y'all. It's true. I'm being real with y'all, bro. Ain't nobody who has those who make the type of money I make, the people around me, ain't nobody walk up and say, you know what? I really want some 38-year-old single mother pussy. It don't happen.
That does happen, bro. That does happen.
I'm telling you don't.
Oh,
Ken, I'm telling you don't. Ken, I'm telling you don't. Hey, Ken, I want you to realize something. When we talk about in the realm of having sex, yes, these men will smash, bro. When I was single, I'll be real with y'all. I fucked a whole lot of bad bitches. But I used to knock off some twos also, y'all. It keeps you humble.
Mm-hmm.
Filet mignon is good, but you know what? That motherfucking, what's the shit called? Salisbury steak is nice.
Facts. It's a gravy on that
I'm just
bitch.
being real. Bro, I'm telling you. Salisbury steak and potatoes and fed a nigga nice. So, I mean, at the end of the day, these women, he's measuring success off of engagements and marriages. These 42-year-old women who telling you that ain't nothing wrong with me, somebody gonna like it. No, they're not. They're not. No one's gonna like it. No one wants you. It's the truth.
I beg to differ As a maybe he has been dealing with one demographic of quote unquote high valued, and I just hate saying it because
It's true though.
no, it's not because
But Ken, that's what it is.
Okay, to you, this is the thing. We have this thing of whatever we think or how we feel. Like we don't label it as like we label it as a fact, and that's not a fact for everybody. You know.
Okay, Ken, can I ask you a question? I really want you to ask a question. Be honest with me, okay? I want you to give me your definition of a high value man. Whatever you come up with, just give it to me.
Okay, so I believe see, I'm a bit different. Okay. I believe I hold value into the stuff that I can't see. Okay. And for that, I mean,
like intangibles?
Like love. You can't see that.
Yeah.
Ken, don't nobody get married for love.
Honor, but you keep saying nobody, but you asked me what I felt.
You know what, Ken, you're right. You know, I apologize, bro. Go ahead and finish giving me your definition. You're right, I apologize. I'm gonna wait.
So, I focus on things that you can't see, and that's the things that you can't see is what really makes people have a peaceful life. Money, yes, we love money. You need money to do really anything, do a lot of shit here in the United States. I get it. I get money. Yes. So of course, money is like at the, in the top bracket, top 5, you know what I'm saying? But there are other things like your honor code.
Ken, before you go there, can you put
all right. So no. So you answer my question. You answer the question that you asked me.
Ken, real quick. Can you put a numeric value? Okay, Ken, can you put a numeric value on the money, like a certain amount? That's all I'm asking you to do. Like throw a number out there. Whatever number you cool with, just throw a number out there. How much money makes a high value man?
No. What you're not gonna do is ask me a question. What you're not gonna do is ask me a question, and then as I answer it, and you interrupt me twice, and then you stop that question to answer another question. I ain't doing it.
But the financial, you said money's important. It's top 5. So can you put a number on it?
You answer what you believe because what I say ain't good enough because you cut me off and you answer it for me.
But you're going with tangibles. But if you're talking with tangibles, Ken, now I'm asking you to put a financial. Okay, Ken, if you're telling me that money's important, I'm asking you to put a numeric value on it. How much money should a high value man make? Is what I'm putting out there. If you feel like a certain amount it doesn't matter, then that's cool. You go on with it. I just want you to put a number on it.
Bro, look, see, this is the thing with niggas, and I'm gonna say that. Okay, I ain't calling you one, but I'm just saying this is the thing with niggas.
Oh, you can call me nigga. You don't mind. I don't mind. Go ahead, baby.
Nigga.
No, I ain't trying to disrespect you. So I'm
you ain't disrespecting. Go ahead.
It's so facts. The thing is disrespectful. Remember.
The thing is with niggas, when you're having a conversation or you're having a debate, you know what I'm saying? Like I forgot what I was about to say. I forgot what I was about to say, but yeah. Oh, yeah. When we're having a conversation, and we're having a debate, when it's the person's time to answer the question, if it's not kind of what you want to hear, all right, stop that. So we're going to go another route. I don't do that because that's not handling the original questions at hand. We didn't finish the first question. And then you stop that to get to another one. I'm not doing that checkerboard game. That ain't what I do. So just because you asked me to answer a new question, and the first one you cut me off twice, I ain't going to answer the second question.
Okay, so you took your ball and went now?
No, I ain't saying shit to go in house. I just said I ain't answering that question.
I know, but Ken, when you said love, I said nobody get married. I said, you know what? I apologize. I said, go ahead, bro. I'm simply asking you to give me your definition of it and just put a numeric value on the money. That's all I'm asking you to do. If you feel disrespected by me cutting you off, I apologize. Now, if you don't mind, can you please get back to what you were saying and just put a numeric value on it? That's all I want you to do. That's it. And continue. You got the floor.
What I was saying was, the question was, what do I believe is a high value man? That ain't had shit to do with the second question, which was money. I said money is in the top 5, and I was going to list the others as I was attempting to, and I said honor code, and you cut me off twice to go to the second question. So I accept your apology, but just because you asked me to answer some shit don't mean I'm gonna do it. You feel me? Respectfully, because that ain't how I debate. I don't go from point A to point C, back to point A. No, we handle things in order. That's how me and Trill did it. I mean, that's, you know what I'm saying? I ain't hopping around the game. And then when I give you an answer, then you going to hop in there another way. No, I ain't doing it. I don't debate like that. You know what I'm saying?
In his defense, if you don't mind me just kind of trying to make you understand what the man tried to do, is when you first started, you said you go off of intangibles. And then you
No. I said that he said the word intangibles. That's what he said.
Well, no, I said it. I'm sorry.
I never used the word intangible.
Okay. No, I did.
Y'all
my bad. I did. Oh, really? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Man, Honcho.
Racist.
Bro, stop it, kid. Stop it. Now that I guarantee the chat on some bullshit. But then you mentioned money. You talk about stuff that you couldn't quantify, then you mentioned money. All he wanted you to do was put a quantity on the money, since you said that the other stuff you valued more than something like money, even though you understand money does play a role. He was asking, well, how much money does it take to be considered in the upper echelon of men? That's all he was asking. In your opinion.
I mean, I would, in the upper echelon, I would have to say 75 and above.
Okay.
I wanted to go 100 because depending on your area, 75,000 could be enough for you to ball out, for you to vacation, what, 5 times a year. So it depends, like, on your location.
I agree with you, Ken. I agree 100% about 75,000. But can I tell you something that will make you laugh when I tell you this? Do you know how many women are calling to that show and have no idea that blue collar men make 75,000 and they had no idea? See, Ken, you know this information. I know it. Trill know it. Trill is blue collar. They look past blue collar workers because they feel like they're not getting any real money.
Facts.
They have no idea. So this is the reason why they're missing their blessings. They're all going for the doctors and lawyers, and the motherfucking truck drivers are right in front of you with all this money, all this resources for you, and they have no idea. They had no idea. If he would ask a woman, hey, would you date a plumber? Oh, of course not. So you gonna just miss on $100,000 man? That what you're telling me? Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
I mean, they had no idea. Bro, we already know that these black folks, I done said black folks are sick. Start from there, okay? And what niggas see, niggas don't read, niggas don't research. Only thing niggas see is what's shown in front of them on the box, aka the TV, and on their fucking phone. That's all they see. And what they see is entertainment. They see fucking doctor lawyer shit. That's all they see. They don't see a sports analyst. They don't see electrician. They don't see a lawn care service owner. They don't see that because that's not what's put out. Well, it's put out there, but it's not on a major scale. Motherfuckers be on Shade Room, Ball Alert. They don't follow fucking affirmations and shit. They don't follow the Billionaires Club. They don't follow Black Wall Street on IG. The majority of their timeline is not filled with positive shit in how and what they want their life to be in the future. It's filled with gossip, entertainment, shit like that. So now I'm not saying that's Kevin's fault. These women's fault and these men's fault who don't open up themselves to new information because we live in an information age. You ignorant by choice.
The real high value men are in the strip club and All-Star Weekend.
But Ken, here's the problem, okay? For women who value their pussy more than anything, that's pretty much all they bring to the table. How are you going to successfully present said pussy when you don't even know how to get the value for it? You just passed up all the blue collar workers who got the money.
True. I
I
agree with
know
you.
this because I represent the blue collar workers. So I want to know, how is it possible as a person who's never going to sleep with a man? If I see the value in him, how come the women don't see the value in him?
Right,
That's
because
the sad part.
it's sad because look, they did a fucking interview. You remember last year the girls was on a radio station and they were saying, I think it was B Simone and I don't want no dude who work a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Not knowing motherfucking executives work 9 to 5. Lawyers
Right.
work 9 to 5. Like, you don't understand, CEOs of companies work 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, ignorance is bliss in our community. It's bliss.
Yes. But see, Ken, here's the problem. Ignorance can be bliss for you because you are a black male. It can be ignorance bliss for Trill because he's a black male. Because Honcho's a black male. I'm a black male. It can be ignorance bliss for black women because of the least married people in the country. They're the least desirable people in the country. We're talking about marriage, bro.
Wait.
When we're talking about marriage numbers.
Right. Yeah, they are the least desirable, but you cannot put that solely on their life situations if they are a single mother or what have you. Because desirable amongst the whole races is racism plays a part to that. And also not being attracted to darker skinned women plays a part in that.
No, Ken, we can't do that. Ken, we can't do that.
No. I'm talking about least desirable. I'm
Ken, when I say this, I'm talking about least desirable when it comes to marriageable numbers, like the marriage rates. Only one in 4 black women get married, bro. You went in a 25% clip. That's a bad way. If I told you have a 25% chance of living, you dead. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about colorism and all. I'm talking about the hard-earned facts.
Right, and the hardcore fact is you also not putting into account that the majority of black women do not date outside their race. Black men date outside their race. Black men date everybody under the scope who would date them. Black women.
That's not true. See, that's
true.
No. Ken, we gotta kill that shit. Ken, we gotta kill that shit because we gotta kill that shit, bro. Because here's the harsh realities of it. Also, it's always cool to sit here and tell us that black men date outside the race, black women don't, because it's so low to black men. Black women do date outside the race. The problem is, Ken, the white men, the Asian men are not marrying these black women. You want to know why? They only want the cream of the crop. They don't check for them.
I understand
there ain't a white millionaire in the world who's gonna go out here and marry a black woman with 2 kids and an attitude. I'm sorry,
bro.
It's just not happening for you,
bro. White men ain't marrying black women. Period. Yes, there are some, but on a larger scale, bro, they're not. If anything, since slavery, white people have fetishized black bodies. Like you said, let's call a thing a thing. Black bodies are fetishized. The black man's body is fetishized by white women, and the black woman's body is fetishized by white men. This is historical facts.
Okay, but here's the problem. I hear this talking point a lot. People say stuff like white women just fantasize black men bodies and they sexualize them and stuff. Okay, if that's true, and I'm gonna take you for your word for it, how come black men don't have a problem getting married and black women do?
Nigga, because black men, I hate to go there. Wait, why do black men marry out their own race, or why do black men marry? Period. No,
what I said was if white women are sexualizing black men and white men sexualize black women, how come black men don't have a problem getting married?
Nigga, because black men don't care about racism like that for the most part.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes,
Can I tell you the reason why? The reason why? Because women control sex. Men control relationships and marriage. If I'm lying, Trill, tell me. Butt in right now.
Facts.
See, a woman can't get married until I get on my knee and ask her. My wife can be the greatest woman of all time. She can't get married to me until I get on my knee and propose to her. See, that's how it works.
I agree.
So you can have the world, you can have all the WAP in the world. You can be Throw Baby, you can be all those people until you get on that knee and give you that ring. It means nothing.
Right,
it means nothing.
Like I said, what you cannot skate over the fact that yes, you can't skate over the fact that white men, yeah, like you said, they may fuck black women, but you cannot skate over the fact that they ain't trying to bring no black women home to their family. Like, those are facts. This is a fact.
But see, Ken, you know why you say that's a fact, bro? Because you don't really know successful white men. Because if you talk about a high value white man, he can bring home motherfucking avocado in a wedding dress and everybody be happy. Because if you the man you say you are, ain't nobody gonna question you regardless of the fact. See, that's the difference. We ain't talking about the white man who's, Mom, this is my girlfriend Shakita. No, we talking about a man who up here grabs doesn't say shit. This is my motherfucking house. Whatever I say happen up here is what I'm Tom. This is Tom's house, Tom's castle. Shut the fuck up. And here's the problem, bro. Tom with the six figures, driving the motherfucking Bentley truck. He ain't looking for Shakita. He never was, and he never will. He never will.
Bro, see, but you cannot skate over the fact that
Ken, hear me out.
You can't. We live in.
Ken, hear me out. Ken, hear me out.
Skate over the fact that the reason that there is a percentage of the reason that racism has a lot to do with it. Not a lot, but it has a percentage to do with why you know, the white men aren't marrying these black girls that they may fuck. It has a percentage to do with it.
Ken, after you get past the racism, the colorism, and talking about, you know, black women not having hair because they got perms with kids, if you get past all that bullshit, when all the dust settles, men control relationships and marriage. White women understand. I know, but Ken, let me finish, bro. White women understand that shit. Asian women understand that shit. Hispanic women understand that shit. You know who don't get it? Black women. It ain't clicked to them yet. They're still telling their homegirls, girl, put that pussy on. He gonna marry me. It's never gonna happen.
They're only repeating what have been taught to them. Just say what said. They're literally repeating. When you say Asian people,
that's facts too.
And you know, Asian people, see, I hang around these people, okay? I have Asian friends. I have people from Bangladesh. I'm around all different, fucking Ghana, okay? And these all across the board, when they families send them over here, you bet not marry no black person, period.
Yep.
African, Asian, Indian, it is looked at as a step down, period. That is a fact. And we just cannot skate over that these people are sending their kids over here and they are telling them, you better not bring a black person to this house, period. They tell them, these Asian girls, you go out and get you a white man. These fucking I have a friend from she's close to Russia, and her family, don't you date no white person. You could date a Mexican, but he has to be someone who comes from a good family. He has to be someone who's an entrepreneur. They even give Mexicans a pass, but not black folks.
Okay. Nope. And Ken, do you know the reason why black folks don't get a pass? Because we're viewed as the lowest earners in the country.
No, it's not. The reason why they don't get a pass from all these people from other countries is because of what they see on TV and social media. They're not here. They only know what goes down via social media and on TV. These are from people who are from these places that we have these conversations. It's not about of course it's the money. Of course it's the money because, once again, the lowest earning people, black folks. But once again, you have to take into play that there is, within companies, there are divides within your pay rate and race. That is a fact. People from various...
But he can. But hold on. Go ahead, Trill.
What she said is not statistically factual. We actually, black men, median income, we earn more than Hispanic guys. Facts. Hispanic guys are at the bottom. Facts. White guys and Asians, white guys, then Asians, then black people, then Hispanic guys. So we're not the lowest earners. We're not.
But we're viewed as the lowest.
You said black men. You said black men.
Correct.
You said
because
black
we're
men.
viewed.
I said black people. I said black people. I did not specifically say black men. Black
Ken, my
people
words,
are
but
lowest
Ken, my words,
earners.
but Ken, my words were very clear. I said for a reason. We're viewed as the lowest. See, the reason why I mentioned us being viewed as the lowest. See, guys like Kevin Samuels, I guarantee he clocking all the hoes. Asians, Hispanics, and Nigerians.
No,
I'm gonna tell you,
he ain't
no,
clocking no fucking women. He clocking Tom, and he's clocking Jimmy, and he's clocking Ken. That's what he's
he
clocking.
ain't getting. He not gay, bro. He not gay, bro.
No, hold on.
He not gay, bro. He's not gay, bro.
Nigga, fuck you.
Ken,
Shit,
Ken,
nigga, fuck you.
Ken,
I know a fucking queen when I see one, and he's a fucking queen.
Ken, have you ever seen Six the Goddess?
No.
Have you ever seen her?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to check out.
Okay.
If Kevin Samuels got all these people groveling at his feet, like I said, I combed through his IG. I ain't seen him all hugged up with some charam. I ain't seen him. I ain't seen him with all these different women, and he's supposed to be a big time relationship, all that big time. You know, it seemed like he would be showcasing.
Because he say he keep his life private. He don't expose.
Exactly. Because he fucking men. That's why he want to keep
Hey Ken. I'm never gonna be the guy to, you know what I'm saying, bad mouth what a man does, and you know how I am. I don't, you're gay if you're not. But I happen to know a woman very personally, very personally. She's actually a colleague of mine who's been fucking Kevin Samuels for the last like 5-6 years, bro. Yeah, he's not gay. He's never been gay. He's been divorced twice, in fact. He keeps his life very private. And I'm not gonna speak. No, let me.
You married, don't you know how many married niggas got fucked? What the fuck? You talking about married?
But hold on. But Ken, can I make my point though? Yeah. I get it because he doesn't put his business on Front Street. It's easy to question this man, but you also question his income. And all I'm gonna tell you is like this, bro. Honcho would know more about YouTube than I do, but I happen to know a very successful YouTuber in my personal life. A very close friend of mine. Okay, now this person makes about. I'm not talking about super chats or like stuff like that. I'm talking off what YouTube is paying him. Okay, he has a little bit over 100,000 subscribers. I think Kevin Samuels has what, about 200,000-300,000 subscribers. If not 400,000. Okay, the person who I'm talking about, okay, makes between $425,000 and $500,000 a year off YouTube. Okay. He's not seeing anywhere close to the views that Kevin Samuels is seeing, okay? Now, I'm not trying to count nobody's pockets. Not my thing. Could care less. All I'm telling you is that if you're going off the definition of a high-value man, 100,000 for the last 5 years, he's definitely there. He's definitely there. And for a person who wears the suits that he's wearing, and for a person who wears the cologne that he's wearing, trust me. Trust me.
Because I done seen a lot of videos with the same fucking suits, okay? Now, I done seen, look, I done combed through his shit, okay? And I done seen this nigga with the same pinstripe. I pay attention to all that shit, okay?
As you should.
Nigga can't wear the same suit twice.
Nobody, Ken, nobody wears a brand new pinstripe suit every day. I promise you, they want not even the most Italian of Italians are wearing brand new pinstripe suits, bro. Do you know what your Tom Ford suit costs? I own 5 of them, and that nigga he got more than what I got.
You right.
All I'm gonna tell you is, Ken, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. When a person is speaking a certain language, see, money knows money. You ain't gotta tell a motherfucker you got bread. Facts. When a nigga's talking about blending fragrances, bro, this nigga done traveled and seen some shit, okay? When a nigga talking about shopping in season with shit like Gucci in season, Louis Vuitton in season, yeah, the nigga knows some shit, bro.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he definitely does.
These pieces he's wearing, bro, these fragrances out, these ain't no $200 colognes and shit. These are $600-700 blends, bro. These are $900 a Tom Ford since I own these things. I own these things. Now, again.
Crazy too, nigga. Fuck that.
Well, hey, I've earned it.
Nigga, I'm good. I'm still wearing cool water. Fuck that shit, nigga. Y'all niggas crazy.
Bro,
but see, here's the problem. I'm off the market, my nigga, and these hoes after me. They didn't walk past you and miss their motherfucking lifeline because they don't even know how to present their pussy. They stupid.
No.
These hoes chasing the wrong niggas.
Okay.
If you, Ken, real quick. if you a woman, you a bad bitch, right? And you want to sit around and spend your old man money, you want to go shopping, you want to sit at home, drink Chardonnay, post on Instagram. Why the fuck is you passing by the blue collar niggas? Them niggas ain't never at home. That nigga Trill ain't never at home. These hoes are stupid. I'm a penis and I realized it. These hoes have not realized that blue collar niggas is making six figures. They just keep passing them by because they stupid like that. They're looking for a CEO. Ain't no CEO looking for you.
Why? We are attracted, niggas are attracted to flash, okay? And blue collar people ain't flashing no shit like that. Period. So they look over that because we have been programmed to be attracted to flash. And let me get on the point that this Tehran character made. He said black people lead the country in alcohol purchases in Mercedes-Benz. You are absolutely correct though. Okay? You're absolutely correct though. But that does not negate the fact that niggas are some of the lowest earning people here in America. That is, yes, they spend their money on foolishness. They spend their money on shit that will give them the appearance of having value. Because niggas put shit that you can see, your car, your house, your clothes. We put that and we let that value us because we don't even have value within ourselves. So we purchase this outside flashy shit and we call it, oh, now we have value. But that's not real. Your value is yourself first. So I just want to touch on that we do make the Mercedes and the alcohol, but it's because we're attracted to flash. We're not investing in life insurance policies. Why? Because you can't see it. You can't see it. It is not flashy. Okay, so we don't invest in stocks. You don't see it immediately. It's not flashy. So that's why motherfuckers ain't going to the blue collar people because especially women and their mothers have programmed them to go after who you see has the money. So that's why they go after the pimp, the fucking drug dealer, because he is flashy. He appears to have money. Do you see what I'm saying? She ain't going after the motherfucker like I talked about it in the Discord. One of my old bosses worth more than $100 million, and he wears a t-shirt, New Balances, some dirty New Balances at that, and some fucking Levi's jeans, and I have never seen him drive his Mercedes or his Bugatti, all of that of which he can afford. Okay, he owns high-rise buildings in Manhattan, and he develops skyscrapers. He puts restaurants at the bottom and rents out or sells the top of the floor. He has money, okay? He rides a bicycle work from his home with an orange helmet, fucking knee pads, okay? And he goes with a woman who does not wear makeup. She does not wear a whole bunch of flashy shit. Okay, she dresses regular. She ain't pretty to me. She ain't pretty. She don't got no ass. You know what I'm saying? But I guess white folks ain't attracted to ass like that. She ain't pretty to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say all high value men are not attracted to no damn Vanessa Williams or Sports Illustrated model. Some guys want a regular girl. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys want that. They don't want other motherfuckers drooling over their girl. Because a lot of men who get these pretty girls, it's because they have a lack of value within themselves. Because many of them get these supermodels to be their girlfriends and their wives as a trophy. Okay? As a trophy. And when, I hate to say this, but white women are considered a trophy in America. They are considered the trophy in America. So that is someone that you would want to attach yourself to rise above your current status, or to rise above even dealing with the people that of which you're from. So you see people who are high value, not just sports players or fucking actors and shit like that. It's regular doctors. You see black doctors, they marry. And I'm not saying that they marrying white women just because she is a trophy. Some of them marry just for love. But there are others who look at her as a trophy because for hundreds of years, niggas weren't even allowed to even whistle at a damn white girl. Okay.
Yep.
So it's literally seen, oh, I done made it now. I made it. Let me attach myself to something that looks like I made it. So that's when we talk about this shit, race, race is always in the conversation in America. It will always be in a conversation because it is the fabric of the American flag, and it has affected business after business. It has affected people's lives. It has affected where people live. How what quality of food? Like it has affected people. So we can't stay around that.
But Ken, I gotta disagree because here's the problem with that especially when it comes to dating. Okay, the reason why Kevin Samuels is chewing so many women up and spitting them out because he asked them a very simple question: why can't you just be with a regular guy? Why can't you get a guy and just build with him? Black women don't want to build with regular niggas.
No.
You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish.
Right.
They want a finished product. And again, he's been very clear on it. If you're looking for a high value man, why the fuck would he want to be with you? It don't make any sense. If I'm making 100,000, why would I go and get me some 42-year-old pussy to shack up with and argue with all night? Well, I can get 22-year-old pussy. It doesn't make any sense, bro. And these women understand this concept. They won't accept it. Bro. Again, I'm in my mid-30s, okay? Me and my wife built this shit together, okay? I give her all the credit in the world. Sam, if me and my wife get divorced, I'm not finna be with nobody that's 34 or 35. This is gonna be the 23-year-old house only. You can come to my crib. We smoking hookah. We drinking 1942. We eating hot wings, and we watching whatever the young niggas watching. That's how this works, bro. I've climbed that mountain now. I've climbed that mountain. My wife, if I wasn't married to my wife today, and I met my wife at a coffee shop, I would buy her coffee and take off on foot. She's a beautiful woman. She is the apple of my eye. She's the greatest thing that happened to me, bro. But at this age, the amount of money that I'm making, there's no way I'm finna be with her. No way. No way. All I gotta do is log into an Instagram account. I'll be with Georgia Peach 37031 today. That's what I'm sleeping with. That's how this works, bro. That's how this whole thing works. And black women who've gotten past that, the danger zone range in their 30s and they're not married, never been engaged, they know what they're fighting against. See, Ken, men who watch sports, I know you watch a little bit of it. See, we look at bad bitches like the combine. See, every year a new bitch turns 18, bro. That's the harsh reality. Every year a new bad bitch turns 18, and men get it. And men get it. Like Trill gets it. Every year a new bad bitch turns 18, and all these 37-year-old, 38-year-old bitter bitches it ain't clicked to them yet. You can't keep up with a 19-year-old. These motherfuckers can party all weekend, eat 2 hot wings, and never pass out. You are 39 years old. If you don't get your motherfucking fiber, your knees might buckle at the club. We're just being real about it. And he's telling these women, you need to look for a deal, a bargain. Get you a bargain. Because let me tell you something. No partner at a firm is bringing home 40-year-old pussy. I'm telling you it's not. If he does, they've been married for 22 years. I'm telling you, bro, these are facts. And I rub elbows with a lot of influential people, bro. I just went to the Black Doctors and Lawyer Caucus, bro. The men who are married, like myself, my wife, she's beautiful. Oh, man, your wife is beautiful. Look, she's beautiful. The men who are single, damn, that bitch bad. Where you find her at? That's the reaction we get every time. Dr. Peoples, where you find this one at? Bro, I'd pay her rent. That's the conversation that's happened. Ain't no 40-year-old pussy walking around there. And if she is, she bringing us a cocktail because ain't nobody checking for her. I'm just being real. She bring a hot towel. That's it. I'm just being real. And I know this is hard to hear, bro. I know what I'm saying is hard to hear. This is the reality that we live in. When a man gets to a certain prestige, it ain't happening no more. Now, with a nigga, if a nigga goes to the club, and let's say everybody strike out, okay? Well, I'm going to the room with my wife, okay? If a nigga goes to the club and strike out, yeah, he'll hit the 40-year-old cocktail person working at the bar, but that's it. The next morning, I can't do it no more. That's some bullshit right there. It wasn't bad, but I did what I had to do. That's how that conversation goes. She can't do nothing in the bedroom is gonna make him want to marry her. It's not gonna happen. And all this old as I'm talking about, I can bring wisdom and partnership and cooking. I can get that with a 22-year-old. If you make over six figures, you can hire a private chef for like $45,000-$50,000 a year. What am I sitting around with you arguing with you for? And you and your fucked up ass attitude. It don't make any sense. Again, I'm just a nigga who giving you a perspective of niggas who around this shit. And like I said, if I end up divorced, it's never happening again. I'm never getting married. I'm not smashing nothing over 25. Too many miles on that car. Why should I drive that?
I hear your points, and many of them are valid. About women being older, and all of that. I totally get that, and I totally get that the man is going to choose the younger girl. You know what I mean? Not all the time, but many of the time he's going to pick the younger girl. You know what I'm saying? But there are countless of people who you see who have gotten married at 50 years old, 40 years old, 60 years old. They find love at late ages with high value men that have been divorced maybe, and then they trying to get remarried. But I have to piggyback off a point that you said. You said Black women want a man that's already built, and they don't want to build the Black man. Okay.
No, they want to.
What? Hello?
Cut out prepaid. He might have got a phone call or something. Who knows? Definitely
said Black women don't want to help Black men build up. They want a man that's already made. That's what I wrote down. I wrote that down as he said it. I literally.
That's a fact though.
But no. No, it's not.
No, it's not, a lot of women they expect us to build Wakanda, right, on our own, and the first thing that they say is, what's the word that they use? They say that basically like white men own us. What was the word they use, Honcho? I know you know what I'm talking about. That shit pissed me off when I heard that shit. I'm like, really? Nah, it wasn't that one. It was some other shit.
I mean, I know for a fact, I know that there are people that I've spoken with that are straight Black men, and they want white access, period. Okay. They want access to what white man has, period. And motherfuckers
we all do.
Want to say, no. Not we all. Because
do you want more money?
Yeah, I want
when the white people got it.
Okay. Listen.
I don't know how to make this simpler.
Bro, listen. Black women. Now, maybe you're going off of your experiences, you and Prepaid, off of y'all experience. Now, I don't know how many women y'all done dated in y'all lifetime. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't none of my business. But for a person, the majority of my life has been up under women. Mm-hmm. I have been in spaces with them in their relationships and their men. And, I've played, the middle person and try to, help them, whatever. But there are, number one, let's get to the numbers. Okay. I don't know the exact number, but there are a buku amount of Black men that's in jail. Okay.
Facts.
They're in jail. Okay. All right. So then you add the gay Black men. Okay.
Yep.
Then you add the trans and all them other folk. Add them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you left with, or what they believe they're left with, is a smaller pot to pick from. Okay. Then you gotta add, right. So then you gotta add the fucking gay people who is sleeping with the same men who sleeping with the women. So it's some competition in there. Okay. So women, and that's why I believe that whenever women come out and say that they were abused by men, they were like shot or whatever, beat up, you see many women saying they're lying. You should love your black man. See, because many of them are single, you see, and they look at it as you should be grateful that you have a man. How dare you? That's what I believe. But that has nothing to do with the point of them being builders of men. Black women coddle their boys and end up coddling their grown adult men. Okay.
Facts.
Which then pushes them on to women to get the same treatment that they have gotten from their mother, to coddle them, to raise them. Okay. And we
Facts.
talked about this in the Discord, how there are so many stories of women taking care of their men. So many stories of women getting with men that were at their lowest. Women look at these fucking black women look at putting money on a dude's books in jail that like that's a badge of honor. I'm holding him down while he in a pen. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we look at that shit like that's a badge of honor, like the motherfucker served the military. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
motherfuckers be holding these men down, putting money on their books. When they get out of jail, they going with I help you rehabilitate. You know what I'm saying? I just talked about the fucking black girl I went to college with, college degree, master's degree. She's a sheriff, own a brick home, on cars and shit. And she going with a man who been quote unquote looking for, he lost his job and quote unquote been looking for a job for 6 months. And he asked her basically for lunch money every day when she leaves. You know, baby,
Wow.
can you leave me like $10 so I could get something to eat and a soda? And like I said in Discord, nigga, you don't deserve a soda. Nigga, you deserve the dirtiest tap water that they could find. You hear me? You don't even deserve a fucking bed to lay on. Okay, because once again, we live in a patriarchal society where there are benefits for men that women can't get, and vice versa. However, men get paid higher than women. Period.
Oh no,
In
that's
many,
not factual.
bro. In okay.
That's gonna lead into a whole other thing. Because I do want to get ready to wind it down here. Let's take this conversation and finish it in the Discord. For all of you who are privy to the Discord, y'all come in with it because it's been a very interesting conversation, and I've been, just trying to let y'all speak. And shout out to prepaid and everything like that. But I do want to get ready to wind down. There's a few things I got to take care of here at the house. But we can continue the conversation in the Discord if you two gentlemen don't mind.
Fuck your couch, nigga.
Well, that was very rude of you, sir.
Fuck your couch. Should have never gave you niggas money.
Oh shit.
But yes, that was very unpleasant. I'm just going to mute this nigger. That's just what I'm going to do. Yes, Hardy or radio stuff. How about that? And my couch, sir. But now, everybody, that's what we're going to do. We're going to slide into the Discord. We're going to keep the conversation going while, everything's good. Now, some very good points are being made, but I got a couple of things I have to take care of here in the house. But I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming through, for joining us. Especially shout out to Ken. Shout out to this guy, James, I don't know, Trill, whatever they call him, whatever day it is. And shout out. That's why they can't hear your ass, nigga. And shout out to Shannon, man, getting the party started, man. It was good to hear from him. Shout out to everybody who hadn't been through it in a while. I appreciate all the super saucy, or not saying the sauce for it. There's all the super chat love. But we're gonna get ready to wind this down. Again, if you're in the Discord, slide in the Discord. We've been hopping this thing immediately. And when y'all get in there, I don't want to hear y'all. Make sure y'all shut the fuck up. I'm out. I'm just fucking with y'all. Y'all can talk a little bit. But that's a bit I appreciate y'all. We're going to catch y'all on the flip side right here in the Discord.
Deuces.
Ready?
Yeah. This show